Good time zone artifacts. And a happy birthday to all those around the world. Today we're just gonna do anything and everything. We have one quest that we left in progress months ago to do, and I'm sure there's other ones scattered about. So it's probably gonna be pretty chill. A lot of people to talk to. Too many people, to be honest. But I've made you all wait. Well, bam. So let's get into it. We have time. We have time. It's true. We're back at the Reverie Hotel because we have a job to do as the lobby manager. We had left that off some time ago. I did finish off Gallagher's Traces yesterday, as I said I would. So we're good on that front. Let me think. What should I do next? Wait for the next guest. Chingcha. Didn't expect that. Hang on, that's Chingcha. What's she doing in Penacony? Huh? Yikes, that guy. Is that guy? Yep, it's me. Oh, no. I really didn't want to bump into anyone I knew this time, let alone get rumbled before I could even check in. Please, friend, don't tell anyone about me coming to Penacony, especially the Master Diviner. Did you come to Penacony to do a city walk? I don't understand what you mean. What have you been doing all this time? I took out all my annual leave at once just to come out here. The Master Diviner thinks I'm visiting the Shinjo Juming and doesn't have a clue that I was invited out here to Penacony. By whom? I don't actually know who, but I still have the invite message saved. Want to take a look? Let me show you. Chingcha hands you her phone. Mysterious invitation received by Chingcha. 4-Foot Hall is now open to new members. We invite anyone who meets the criteria in the cosmos to visit Penacony and experience the wonders and beauty of the dreamscape. If your height is 141.5 centimeters or below, please present this invitation at the Reverie to check in for free. All travel and accommodation expenses will be reimbursed. 4-Foot Hall awaits your arrival. We wish you a happy, relaxing, and extraordinary journey. So we've got a confirmed height for Chingcha. She's smaller than 141 centimeters. She's in the 4-foot range. That's really small. What do you think? Awesome, huh? It's a free stay at a hotel if you qualify. I carefully measured my height before I came in. 141.2 centimeters in the morning and 140.3 centimeters in the evening. Just perfect. We actually have a confirmed height. My gosh. This is a discrimination against tall people. It's dodgy no matter how you look at it. Is it dodgy? Not really discrimination either. We'll just go with that. The tall people already have lots of benefits. Why don't you just let this one go? Anyway, I'll just take that as a deal then. Don't tell the Master Diviner about me being in Penacony, and as long as you keep your end of the deal, we can take 1/3 of the credits I win. Wouldn't Fu Xuan also be invited here? She's pretty short. I'm pretty sure she's like the same height. And what if you lose? No way. Still doubt my skills at games. Fine then, say no more. Vacation time is precious, so hurry up and let me check in. You finally managed to finish checking Qingcha in. This check-in process is highly arduous. Thank you very much. I have no idea why you'd be working here as a lobby manager in this hotel, and I'm not about to ask. Vacation time is too precious to waste on things like gossiping. See you later, buddy. Remember to keep your promise. Making one's height the prerequisite. Something bizarre is about this. Maybe it's just some kind of elaborate prank. I hope Qingcha's able to foot the bill when the time comes. It's not really bizarre. People have convention meetups for all sorts of random characteristics. I wonder if there'll be any more guests today. I'm sleepy. What should I do next? Wait for more guests. Oh my gosh, it's Robin. World famous super singer star. The crowd over there. Hold on, is that Miss Robin? Is she in trouble? The lobby manager should step in and maintain order. I must take more photos. Robin, are you serious? The tip is quite accurate. You're paparazzi. I must come to Tayakan something or other. Stop, who are you? I'm warning you not to go further. I'm the lobby manager. That's ridiculous. The lobby manager went dressed like this. Back off. Freddy, it's okay. That gentleman is my friend. Oh, I see. My apologies, Mr. I hope you're not offended. Freddy is new here, so he tends to be a bit tense in this kind of situation. I don't want to make things difficult for him. Back on the Radiant Feldspar, I thought of spending some time chatting with everyone from the Express, but the bomb scare threw everything off the course. Thankfully, no one was hurt in the end. Sorry for my bad hospitality at the time because I was feeling under the weather. I hope you don't mind. How's it going now? I'm feeling well, thank you for your concern. I don't have any siblings. Just thought I'd put that out there. But I get you. I believe in you. You have a strong sense of empathy that enables you to relate to others even without relying on the power of harmony. Penacony, I have mixed feelings every time I come back here. The 12 hours here are like a show that never ends. The performances on stage never cease, just like our hearts can't stop beating. The festival and party go on no matter who is gone. The blood, sweat, and tears we have shed for this world will inevitably be overshadowed by people's obsession with revelry. I hope the seeds we planted together can withstand the erosion of the tide. My wish is that everyone will wake up with smiles after the banquet ends. Sorry for being such a wet blanket here. Please don't get the wrong message. I'm truly happy to have this conversation with you before my departure. Where are you going? I want to go on a trip. I've cancelled all my concerts, business engagements, and endorsement jobs to have a journey just for myself. Since some point in time, I've grown tired of the overly bright spotlight over my head. This time, if possible, I want to choose my audience. I'd like to sing for the flowers and grass on the roadside. Speaking of which, can you recommend any travel destinations? As a nameless, you must have visited many amazing places. There's a cool place called Urillo 6. Urillo 6? I've never heard of the planet. Since it's your recommendation, I'll surely find time to make a trip there. Oh, I guess we're just suggesting all of the places. There's the Herta space station, I guess. That's kind of cool, I guess. Herta? Do you mean Madame Herta, the famous genius? I've never visited a Genius Society member. It is an interesting option. Thank you for your recommendation. And there's the Shinjo Alliance, too. The only 3 places I know exist. Shinjo. I have many fans from the Shinjo merchant guilds, but I've never had the chance to visit there myself and experience the local customs and culture. Thank you for reminding me. Those are the only places I've been to. Your input is very helpful, thank you again. The stars are so vast and boundless. The moment I made my mind to embark on this journey, I felt a strong inspiration awakening inside me. I like to compose my own songs. I want to write about all the significant experiences I've had in my life, then I'll sing the songs to the children in Dreamflux Reef on the day I return. Miss Robin, it's almost time. Got it, thanks for reminding me, Freddy. How about we take a picture together as a memento for this journey? Sure, I'm a pro. I think you spared the trouble. Look how many people have their cameras on us. Why am I... What? I can move around? What is this? That was really weird. Wow. I'm surprised by how you make sure your facial expressions look great all the time. It's almost time for me to go. I feel a bit hurried to say goodbye now, but I'm sure we'll meet again, right? Robin waves at you, revealing a smile that seems straight out of a poster. No, it is a perfect smile that looks more vibrant and lively. Also, we got a message from Chingcha. Help, help! You lost everything so quickly? Not really, but my current situation is worse. I blame my greed. I should have been more careful. Anyway, come save me. I don't have any other friends here apart from you, my bestie. Where are you? I'm at... where's this place again? Oh, I heard them saying that this is the hotel in the dreamscape. Hurry, otherwise I might actually be a goner. Hurry! I wonder how things are going on Chingcha's side. It sounds pretty urgent. What should I do with the work in the lobby? Never mind, saving lives come first. I should find Chingcha in the dreamscape right away. They teleport us. Here. Where is the quest? Hold on. Navigate. Dive into the dreamscape.
Why isn't there a...
Operation Rescue Chingcha. Time to rescue Chingcha. Oh shoot, looks like they're going to force me to part of some strange ritual. Help. What? What's going on? Who are they? Oh no, did something bad happen to Chingcha? I had to move faster. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, it's the Pepeshi. Is this how Pepeshi are created? Do they assimilate others? I opened my phone. I wanted to take a picture of this scene, but I don't think I can. Just follow the master tight. No excuses allowed. Repeat after me. I'm grateful for my fate. What are you waiting for? Repeat after the master. Say it, say it. I'm grateful for my fate. I'm grateful for my genes. I'm grateful for my genes. I'm the essence of the universe. I am the essence of the universe. I can't hold it anymore. How come this line is so funny? Mind your manners, you aren't pious enough. I'm willing to cease my growth. I'm willing to cease my growth. This is way too vicious. I'm less than 200 years old. I can still grow taller. Enough nonsense. Just repeat after the master. That master, isn't he the nephew of old Odie? I'm glad you recognized him. Who came to check in earlier. Seems like Chingcha's being forced to recite some odd chants. What's this bunch of Pepeshi guys up to? Whatever, let me approach them and ask directly. Transcendence attained, energies unbound. I need the master's admonishment. Pity not the giants, for it breaches my creed. No longer cowardly Pepeshi. Stop, evil giants have no access here. Wait a minute, are you the lobby manager? What should I do? I think you're a good person. Don't be fooled by him. All giants harbor malicious intent. They're all cunning devils. Slash their ankles. Oh my gosh, crush their knees. Make those arrogant giants look up at us on their knees. Make them remember the doctrine of the 4-foot hall. But I'm still taller than you even when I'm on my knees. See how arrogant, how conceited. The giants are all wicked. Ah, indeed. The master told us never to be swayed by the giants' blarnery. This is the gathering site of the 4-foot hall. I'm sorry, I can't let you in. I'm here to rescue someone. Liar, hypocrite, a true 4-foot tall follower doesn't need the help of a giant. For the sake of your safety, please drop the idea of breaking in. This is bad. Looks like Chingcha has been kidnapped by this evil Pepeshi organization. I might put Chingcha in danger if I break in by force. Is there any other way to go about this? It's the TV that activates Hanu's adventure. I have an idea. Oh my gosh. I bet no one can stop me now. Wait for me, Chingcha. Your boy is coming to your rescue. It's your boy. Optional talk with Master Aurora. Okay. Who are you? Ah, friend with an unfamiliar face. I assume you've come to seek the embrace of the 4-foot hall, haven't you? I must admit, my friend, you possess quite a distinct character. But no worries, take your time to observe and contemplate. Soon enough, you'll realize that the 4-foot hall is a true promised land, a place where all wandering souls can find solace. Eventually, you'll understand the significance of our mission and become a 4-foot follower. As an emanator of the 4-foot eon, oh my gosh, I, Roy, will guide you on a path of salvation against the oppression of the giants. Feel free to look around, my friend. Allow yourself to come some time, open the window to your heart, and let your weary soul bask in the light of faith. They actually are a cult, huh? This Pepeshi's words sound warm and sincere, devoid of any pretense. For a moment, you wonder if he truly, or if he genuinely believes in his sermon. To avoid being influenced, it would be wise to keep your distance from him. Hi. Did they trick you into joining them too? I'm here to rescue my friend. Can you speak? Uh-oh. You're so eager to save your kindred spirit that you've overlooked an important characteristic of Brother Hanu. You have to find a way to let Chingcha know you are that guy, her brother in arms. What should you do? Act like you're swinging a bat, do a handstand like Gunaifin, act like you're playing Celestial Jade. I guess the bat, we are the galactic baseballer. You make an all-out effort to mimic the way you swung the bat in your prime, and recite loudly in your mind, rules are meant to be broken. Huh? Oh, I get it. You can't wait to teach these rascals a lesson, right? Me too. But we're outnumbered, don't worry, but my brother in arms will help us get out soon. Obviously, you two have to get your wires crossed. Let's try another way. Well, it's gotta be Celestial Jade. Although we've never played with her. But sure. You sit crisscross on the floor and imitate Chingcha's focused face when playing Celestial Jade. You draw a tile, arrange your tiles, and win the game. This is... You're a Celestial Jade player too. It's a shame there are only 2 of us here. Let's get 2 more players to play with us next time. Alright. Apparently it's gonna be the handstand? Picturing how Gunaifin does her street performances, you easily pull off a handstand. And do a pirouette and a somersault with Brother Hanu's short body, 10 out of 10. Wow. Amazing, spectacular. I am blown away by your talent, buddy. Chingcha claps excitedly. Obviously, okay, that didn't work. You give up. No matter what you did, you failed to make Chingcha realize you were her companion. You need to come up with another way to get her out. A thought suddenly flashes through your mind. Still remember the strange duo who requested your services to extend their stay before? Bootil, the cyborg cowboy, and Argenti, the Knight of Beauty. Those 2 might be conducting an investigation in Dreamscape right now. They can probably help. The situation's pressing, but you can't take out your phone to contact them when you're in Brother Hanu's body. It's partly because Brother Hanu's hands are too small, and partly because the dev team didn't make the animation for that part. Let's return to the TV. Can't believe she didn't recognize me. Thought we were best friends. Anyone there? What is the matter, my friend? Where's Bootil? I need something from both of you urgently. Bootil is here, but you have yet to wait a little. Someone just stole his hat. It's really urgent though. Come down, my friend. I can see him returning with his hat. Fudge me, this street is such a mess. You're telling me some people really don't know the concept of order. Not the best term to use in this place. Alright. Finished. Enough with the chit-chat. I might have found the organization that you mentioned. What? Where? Tell me. It's a long story. Hurry over to the hotel in Dreamscape. My friend is being threatened by them. It doesn't look good. The hotel in the Dreamscape? I got it. We're on our way. A friend of yours is one of ours, too. I will come along to help settle the problem, my friend. As you look down at the crowd of Pepeshi cultists below, you find yourself lost in thought. As the savior of Pinacone and the renowned galactic baseballer, surely you can handle this small issue on your own, right? Perhaps they're concealing secret weapons. Alright, alright. You're totally right about that, Mr. Cautious. Now, all that's left is to wait. After waiting anxiously for a while, Boutel and Argenti arrive. My friend, we got your call of help and rushed over here at the speed of a night. Speed of a night? The Galaxy Rangers are the fastest. Hold on. Why am I even competing with you over this? You said you found that organization? Where is it? Point to the lower floor. The Fork? I've never seen so many Pepeshi in the same place before. Ah, what a perplexing sight. I'm afraid not even the altruistic Erdrilla would cast her gaze upon this place. Wait, so this means the Pepeshi are the thugs we're looking for. They abducted my friend. Let me take another look then. Cults often act in groups and attack pedestrians indiscriminately. The crimes they mainly commit include hitting people's knees with blunt objects, forcing them to kneel, and stealing their shoes and hats. By the way, Boot Hill's hat was stolen by a Pepeshi just now. I can't believe it. These little rascals. They seem decent, but they are wicked deep down. Follow me. I'm gonna do the world a favor by teaching these dangerous criminals a lesson. Hey, you little fudge head over there, look here. Shoot, who's this monster who popped out of nowhere? Oh, so scary, it's unbelievable there exist such hideous giants in this world. There are two of them. Master, please pardon them. Hideous giants? What a repulsive title. I can't let you insult my friend and Boot Hill here. Is that how you interpreted it? I declare that your days of bullying innocent people are now over. Release the hostage, and then get out of Pinacone. Your safety will not be guaranteed if you do as I, or will be guaranteed if you do as I say. Whoa, what an aggressive evil giant. Don't forget that we, the 4-foot tall, are invincible with the Master's blessing. Everyone crush the knees of these villains. Holy forkaroni. Do they really want to get physical? Be careful, my friend. Please stand behind Boot Hill and I. The zealous followers of the 4-foot tall jump with all their might to strike at Boot Hill and Argenti's knees, but with little success. Imagine using a normal type attack on a steel type opponent in a game. They just made a Pokemon reference? Ouch, it's so painful, my hands hurt. What's going on? How come these giants are immune to our faith-infused attacks? I'm a muddle-fudging cyborg ranger kid. Looks like the belief of the Knights of Beauty reigns supreme over yours. Everyone, please stay calm. The 4-foot Eon has spoken. They urged us not to panic, but to face our enemies with understanding and respect. You filthy giants, why must you disrupt the peace of the 4-foot hall? What kind of vile belief compels you to spare misery to the people of this world? Given your eloquence, you must be the one in charge here, right? I don't want to waste my breath arguing with you little forkers. Hand over the hostage in 1 minute, or you'll suffer for it. You incorrigible, sinful giant! I want to pray to the 4-foot Eon and ask for their forgiveness for you, but you are beyond redemption. If so, I have no choice but to adopt a more aggressive measure to manifest the kindness of the 4-foot Eon. Close the door and release the Dream Jolt troop. Whoa, didn't see that coming. I kinda did. Boot Hill, I am truly honored to stand by your side in this fight against evil. In the end, we still had to resort to violence.
Take your positions. Dreams do come true.
Nice like a good brew. Full but my friends. Indulge yourselves! Dissonate.
Catch up.
Until everything burns to ashes!
That guy stole my Firefly ultimate. That wasn't very nice.
Set the seas ablaze!
That's what you got.
Stay in step. Let's improvise. The mood is set, just let the show begin!
I will claim victory for myself. Fight to live!
Nice like a good my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Take your positions. Dreams do come true.
I like that confidence.
This is more than a set the seas ablaze!
Team works pretty well. I think Gallagher... I could have made Gallagher have his ultimate trigger a little more often, but I don't think I've gotten his multiplication thing to work yet, but it seems like every other turn he can pretty much get it, so it's not too bad. How could this have happened? The almighty master seems so powerless against these giants, who are supposed to be weak despite their size. This doesn't make sense. The master is the emanator of the 4-foot tall Eon, and a capable leader of all the diminutive races in the world. Eon, leader? I guess you guys have been taken for a ride by this dude. By the way, my offer just now still stands. I'll give you another 40 seconds to release the hostage and get out of my sight. Otherwise, I'll let you taste my bullets. This is just a small hurdle in our path to cultivation. Don't let those despicable thugs impede your enlightenment. I must raise to the membership fee. That's right. As long as the 4-foot hall has sufficient funds, we'll surely be able to finish off these giants. You hear that? He's just after your money. You shut up. Is this true, Master? Is the 4-foot hall just your scheme to scam our money? Still not moving? There isn't much time left for you. It's not worth it to risk my life here. Let me run while I still can. What 4-foot follower? He's just a fake emanator. I want a refund for my membership. A bunch of weak-willed fake followers. Run all you want. You'll never get a dime out of me, never. I knew that girl with celestial dread addiction was a bad omen. Even though you win this time, don't think you have it easy again next time we cross paths. Keep that in mind. Roy flees at lightning speed and disappears. You swear to your nameless predecessors that he's definitely the fastest Pepeshi you've ever seen. My friend, I knew you'd come to my rescue. I saw the whole thing when you guys were teaching that evil cult leader a lesson. The 2 helpers of yours are really something. I can tell they are pros just by looking at their attire. Chingcha, this is Boot Hill and Argenti. Hi, everyone. It's my pleasure to meet you, Miss Chingcha. You're from the Shinjo, miss? Hello there. I owe you guys a big one. Looking back, I realized I was really foolish. That invitation message was so shady. Why didn't I notice it? I was totally blinded by greed. Speaking of which, could Boot Hill's going easy on that master become an unseen misfortune? With Adrilla's blessing, it's against my wishes to let an evil leader go unpunished. He might even make a comeback when the opportunity arises. Relax, Argenti. I've got his name and face locked in my memory. Anyone who's on the radar of a Galaxy Ranger can never sleep well at night as long as they are in this part of the star skies. This trip to Penacony has been quite a ride. If I had known I would have gone through this ordeal, I would have stayed back home and slacked off. How about we take a photo together? The universe might never see another group more peculiar than us. The game really wants us to make a lot of photos recently. That is a brilliant idea, Miss Chingcha. As my journey on Penacony is coming to an end, I've had a hard time finding a souvenir worthy of the beauty. Photo? No problem. But just don't show it around in public. My photo is still in the IPC's wanted posters. Wow. Look at this strange ragtag group of folks. Truly strange. Wow, you're good at this. Indeed, all your creations are blessed by the beauty. You have my admiration, my friend. You're such a natural when it comes to flattery, Argenti. I'm done with my affairs on Penacony. I'm ready to move on to the next destination. Till we meet again, folks. Boot Hill, Miss Chingcha, and that guy. May your future be illuminated by Adrilla's glow. The one and only has been idle for too long. It's time for me to continue my quest to pursue the beauty. Oh, I can't believe it's already time for us to part ways. Feeling sad? Not really. This just feels a bit odd, like something's missing. Look, when the story reaches an end, there's usually a part, what is it called, a meaningful conclusion that wraps everything up. But things have gone too smoothly this time. Think about it. That Roy just slunk away after being defeated by you. He neither cried for mercy nor prattled about his grievances. With all due respect to Miss Chingcha, even if that so-called master had intended to confide his troubles, Boot Hill and I would have cut him off right there and then. We're finally on the same page this time, Argenti. He made this organization to scam money out of the people and harm everyone. So, nothing about his background or any excuses can justify his actions. As a knight and a ranger, we see it as an evil that must be eliminated at all costs. Dennis. Not lobby manager Dennis, but party goer Dennis. Keep the difference in mind, my friend. So, how's it going at work? I quit. Being a lobby manager is harder than I thought. Can you take over my shift? I'm clocking out. Hey, Dennis? Dancy? Just you wait. I'm coming for you. This quest certainly took a turn I was not expecting.
Let me stay here a little longer in this body.
Checked off the list.
Is that Celestial Jade? Dancy. Stop disturbing me. Can't you see I'm in the middle of a game? Get out of... Oh, it's you! That guy! I'm so sorry. I was so absorbed in the game I didn't realize it was you. Dang, look at his clothes. That's a nice jacket. I mean, you're not here to get me back to work, right? Look, I've got a winning streak going on here, and I'm sure a thoughtful and caring gentleman like you wouldn't want to interrupt it. Sure, let's just leave the reception desk unattended. Hey, I was just messing around. Don't take it so seriously. Can't leave the lobby unattended. I bet the complaint line at the reception desk is blowing up. Well, I'll pack up and return to reality. Hey, hold on. What are we supposed to do if you leave? Exactly. You know the saying, right? Bounce from the game. Bad luck to be your fate. It's a weird saying. Who are you trying to fool? You only learned this game a couple of system hours ago, and you just looked up that line, didn't you? Don't try bluffing me with that. Is Celestial Jade popular in Penacony? It's not like it's all the rage, but it's definitely something novel thanks to that young lady who came all the way from the Shenzhou. She introduced us to this fun game. Yeah, I don't care. I'm not done having fun yet. If you're leaving, ask him to stay and play with us. What do you think? It's terrible to have one player short for this 4-player game since you're so understanding. Yeah, I'll play. Great, that's the attitude. Awesome, just come over and take a seat. That dandy guy can leave now. We'll make sure you have a great time, novice. Well, I guess I should head back to work then. Have fun and enjoy yourselves. Dancy leaves with a hint of sadness in his voice, but you don't feel sorry for him for even a second, because in the next moment you're fully immersed in the Celestial Jade. 3 system hours fly by without you even realizing it. I've won. How is that even possible? Why does he keep winning? Has my beginner's luck truly abandoned me? I can't accept this. Maybe we should call it a day. I don't think we'll return the tables even if we keep playing. Good point. I'm out. Darn it. I'll win next time. Celestial Jade. I never knew it was such a fun game. I have to teach the others when I get back to the Express. Let's count the people here. Me, March, Dong Hung, Pom Pom, Himeko, Mr. Yang, and Black Swan too. Is she with us? But there's only 7 of us. One person short for 2 games. When will we ever find a new crew member? Great question. Xingqia's gonna be, I don't know, she's probably gonna be a little upset that our first game was not with her. But at least we can play now with her, so it, you know, it balances out. Did Black Swan technically join the Express? I don't remember. Because there was the fake out that she did. But then that was a fake out. So I'm not sure if afterwards she actually did. I can't remember. If she did, she didn't appear for any of the new updates, right? Because the new update was like, oh, you group, half the group can go to Shinjo, and the other 2, Himeko and Yang, will go to this other place. But Black Swan wasn't there, so don't think she did actually join. Anyway, we've got this dream pass. This to finish. Meet the celebrated ace gambler in Adine Park. Okay. That shouldn't be too difficult. Wait, this is yeah, hold on a second. This guy's Dancy. Wait, so the lobby manager and Dancy are the same person? Or are there 2 people who go by the name Dancy? Now I'm confused. That's really weird. Anyway, I guess we could probably talk to him, because I've never talked to Dancy about his emotions, so maybe that would explain it. Brona is a busker, we should probably talk to her at some point, but that's not the gambler. Who's the gambler? Hey, why can't I insert a coin? It was working just now. Be small, gamble for leisure's sake, but don't risk more than you can take. Hey, this slot machine, I've never seen anyone thinking like this before. Haha, looks interesting. If you stop me if I insist on playing, foolish bets will lead to empty pockets. Hey, why is this damn machine jinxing me? Did I ever get the second one of this? Did. Anyway, where's the gambler?
So tell me,
First time playing pool on a round table.
Mulik Doubleface. We've talked to that guy. That's not the gambler. That's the guy with 2 personalities. Where is the gambler? I don't see anyone named the gambler. Oh, this is a special listen. Oh, this might be it. I saw the Ace Gambler. Ah, yes. Capsule machine enthusiast. Yeah, I heard the Ace Gambler is here to settle a score with the family. Come on, how can you believe such a cliched story? Besides, you don't know if he's actually the Ace Gambler. Anyway, I saw him at Dream's Edge, followed by some bloodhounds. Just stay out of it. It's none of our business. Alright. Dream's Edge, huh? Alright, I guess we'll go there.
To dream is effortless. But to create
Constructing dreams is something sacred. Dreams are supposed to be confusing.
just as I thought.
Who knows where they put the guy, though? Probably have to look it up.
Just as
Unless he's around here.
Miss Claudia's here.
You all need to report this to the family immediately.
No, not that. So Colleen's still here, so they didn't actually move Colleen. There's just two versions of her now.
Do you even get art?
Aqua Glider member. Bloodhound? Okay.
Don't go any further.
I don't know what the gambler is. He could be anywhere. He could very well be anywhere. Which means we're gonna look it up. Was it this one? Yes. And to get the no signal sticker in chapter 11, players must witness the story of the gambler. To do this, you must go to 4 locations in the correct order. Meet the Ace Gambler, find Oro who's gambling in Dean Park. There'll be plenty of people surrounding him, and players... Yeah, we did talk to him in the past. After experiencing that first part, head to the Dream's Edge and find him near the stagnant shadow boss. Okay. I guess this stagnant shadow? Yeah, ain't no way I was gonna look around all the Dream's Edge for this guy. There he is. Ah, it is you again. What are you looking at? You've never seen an injured person before. It's just a broken arm, nothing serious. I guess those bloodhounds still have some humanity about them. As they didn't kill me outright. Otherwise, I'd just be another pile of scrap metal lying around. Come help me up. My ankle is broken too. Man, this hurts. Those bastards. The Bloodhound family did this? Who knows what's going on in their minds? The family invited me to take part in a life or death gamble. But before it even started, someone messed up my hand. I can forget about pulling any of my special tricks. I don't think I can even hold a card straight anymore. They can't beat me in a game, so they resorted to underhanded tricks. I see this is the level of masters of this beautiful dream. This world is really going to hell. My friend, look, we have to run into each other many times. That means we are fated. Would you be willing to help me? What do you need? The betting deadline is coming up, and even with this battered body, I had to take part before that. Take this. Don't worry. There are parts that fell off my body. Keep them in your pocket and don't tell anyone. Okay. You received a fragment from the Ace Gambler that shines with a metallic luster. It seems completely unremarkable. There is not much to be said about it. As you are a charitable and altruistic soul, you place the fragment in your pocket. Take it as a lucky mascot. The finger of the Ace Gambler is very precious. Trust me, you can't go wrong. If you are even ever low on money, take it to Ferdinand in the golden hour. He's a scrap parts dealer. He'll give you a good price when he sees this. Alright, the last gamble is over there on that random item machine. You must come and watch. I'll be waiting. If you got nothing else to do around here to then get going, there are a lot of patrols around here. We don't want to be seen. Take care of yourself. Alright. Yeah, I guess we go back to the golden hour.
Let me stay here a little longer in this body.
Is the Ace Gambler gonna win? It's pretty intense, hard to call. It looks pretty intense over here. Maybe I should just watch from the sidelines for now. 3 of the same symbol, you lose. How is that possible? How can someone get 3 of the same symbol 5 times in a row? Those odds are basically impossible. Just 5. Give me a chance and I'll pull it out off 50 times for you. You were unfortunate to come up against me. Alright, time to pay up. Be good and hand it over. Come with me. Alone, no weapons. If you've got the guts, I'll give you what you want. I want to see if this so-called Ace Gambler really is as all-powerful as the legends say. Let's see if you really can beat anyone. Fine, lead the way. My great friend, you came. Thank you so much for your help before. If I get the chance, a so glad is on me. I have other business to take care of, so I'll cut the pleasantries. Take care, good luck. Alright. Yeah, and then we go to Ferdinand, I guess, and sell this thing. Okay. Fair enough. We've spoken to Ferdinand before.
It is not a good thing for technology to advance too quickly.
Do you know this Ace Gambler? Yes, Oro was my old friend. He was in Pinacone recently. Why did you meet him? He gave me this. A part given to you by an Intellatron guest known as the Ace Gambler. Its purpose remains a mystery. Just carry it with you, even if as a talisman. You hand the metal fragment over. Evidently, the old man in front of you is familiar with this object. He runs the part through his hands repeatedly as he lets out a sigh as long as the Amber Era itself. Oro is a great judge of character. It is fortunate that you held on to this fragment and went to watch the gamble, as promised. Otherwise, he would have lost. Look, the tip is completely hollow, with minuscule transmitters inside. The reason that Oro could play that random item machine and win every time is all thanks to this. He was able to control which pattern he received from a distance. Of course, the family is not so easy to trick, so he gave this to you to look after. As long as you went to watch the game, he would be able to seize victory and win his gamble to the death with the family. He spent a long time preparing for that day. Did he get what he wanted in the end? I had not heard of any news of Oro for a while. After the gamble ended on that day, he disappeared from the dreamscape completely. No one knows where he went. No one knows if he's even still alive. Even if he did win the gamble, it does not mean that the family admitted defeat. There are many things going on behind the scenes. Oro knew this all too well. However, he had no choice if he wanted to get back the things they had taken from him. This is all I know. As for this fragment, he gave it to you, so you should keep it safe. Don't mention anything about him to anyone again. It'll only cause you trouble. It's rare to meet a friend of his. Take this gift. It's nothing of value, but it has a lot of meaning. No signal. Every gambler has their excuses. Do you know what skin effect is? Look it up. Okay. Sure. Skin effect is the tendency of an alternating electric current, AC, to become distributed within a conductor such that the current density is largest near the surface of the conductor and decreases exponentially with greater depths in the conductor. It is caused by opposing eddy currents, induced by the changing magnetic field resulting from the alternating current. Okay. Cool. A lot of people for this one. Okay, go talk to Bochi, Postman and Odie Mall, Morris and Odie Mall, Four and Odie Mall. Well, we're in Odie Mall, so we might as well. Postman, Four, and whoever the other one was. Morris. They said I think Morris was by the car. Morris, the melancholic youth. Are you okay? The man in front of you looks like a wet mushroom, freshly showered in rain, rooted in sogginess and sadness, robed in gloominess. Weird analogy, maybe you're just hungry. Don't bother talking to him unless you're desperate for something to do. Well, I'm desperate.
What in the world is going on?
The man senses your gaze. The weight on his shoulders lifts slightly. You meet his bloodshot eyes, all hazy and muddy like puddles. Can I help you? What's wrong? What's wrong? With me? The guy's voice is hoarse, which is pretty rare in this sweet dream filled with Soul Glad. He glances at the puzzle rack next to him. Yeah, what's wrong with me? How did I end up falling for a bloodhound? He's from the Bloodhound family? Bingo. Congrats. You cracked the mystery of the century. Her name's Cody. Or Kati? Kati, sure. I never thought in a million years the moment I stepped into Penacony I was head over heels. Her heroic presence penetrated my soul. My friends were all excited about entering the dreamscape while I was struggling to win her over. But as you see, I failed. Big time. She's a loyal bloodhound, and I'll never be the rabbit she's after. You just give up already? Okay, nope. You have some unusual tastes. Sure. Harsh sarcasm, huh? But I'm used to it, whatever. The guy gazes affectionately at the puzzle rack next to him, looking pitiful with his possession. But at least I figured out something. If I can't have her, I'll just create another version of her in this dreamscape. You may not be the smoothest talker, but you seem nice and talkative, unlike me. Would you do me a favor just this once? I need to create a flawless replica of her in the dreamscape. A reflection that perfectly represents her, and for that I need someone to record her true self. Alright, I'm not sure I'm on board with this, Morris. I was gonna, like, play matchmaker, sure, but I don't know about this part. Just a photo? Yeah, that's right. Shouldn't be too hard for someone like you, right? I mean, you're not a scaredy cat or a screw-up. But promise me one thing. Do ask her permission before taking the photo. I don't want to come off as a pervert. Head to the hotel in reality and take a picture of Koti.
Let me stay here a little longer in this body.
But also, making a copy of someone probably still makes you kind of a pervert, dude. But that's, you know, I guess if Cody's okay with it. Do you need any help? It's about Morris? Morris? If you can find someone, please ask the receptionist. The Bloodhound family is always ready to help. There's a visitor, he has a crush on you. A crush? Sorry, I didn't quite catch what you said. Could you be more specific? You tell Koti about Morris. I see. I'm deeply sorry for that. That guest situation deserves sympathy. This is how a normal woman would react? Sorry, sympathy? Obviously, Mr. Morris is losing control of his emotions. He must have had plenty of unrequited feelings in his life. If my photo can make him feel better, consider it a service we provide to our guests. I'm ready for my photo. Okay, well. Since you give permission, I guess.
Let me stay here a little longer in this body.
I heard old Odie.
Whoa, nice!
Old Odie. What was that notification? I heard something. Yeah, nothing popped up. Okay. You're back. You're back. Did you get what I wanted? You hand the photo of Koti over to Morris. Ah, Koti. Look at her eyes. As bright and clever as a bloodhound's. This is exactly what I need. With this, I can finally be in her league, even if it's just in this dreamscape. Please complete this last piece for me. Let me become the rabbit she's after. The only thing that captures attention. Yeah, you're kind of weirdo. Kind of weird.
mechanism deactivated.
Ah, Gotti, it's you. My dream, my destiny. Look at you, so flawless. I'd gladly give you 1/20th of my life without thinking twice. 1/20th? Yeah, isn't 1/20th more than enough? Life is full of moments where you fall in love at first sight. I mean, there are so many beautiful things in the universe. I'm short-lived, yet I'm willing to dedicate 1/20th of it just to this one individual. Is that not loyalty and devotion? Anyway, I must thank you for getting me this last piece. I'll treasure my Kati until that 1/20th of my devotion burns out. You fixed Morris's emo dial, but I'm not sure we should have. Not sure about this one, but okay. True grit. Undoubtedly, a real tough guy just gulps down fish bones and never spits them out. Alright.
I heard old Bobby came to pick up a car.
How about we fight the bullet
Daisy.
and go for the
Dealership staff member. I don't think Daisy's one of them, but she does have an email with him.
Watch your step now.
Emmerich, Dreamscape Inventor. Is he one of them? Did we fix that guy? Maybe he's a different chapter. We're just going in order, so if he's not on this list, then... he's not on the list.
Our newspaper is practically selling itself. All that education and it's
Furry love. I don't know. Postman and 4. I don't recognize either of those names, and I don't see them anywhere.
Give him a kid's meal. I still gotta get in line.
Oh, here's 4. Our eyes are so often said to be the window to our souls. Back then, I wasn't able to grasp the true meaning of this phrase, but now, having gone through some ups and downs, I find myself staring at Pinaconi, hoping that my gaze can penetrate its extravagant and vain facade. She exudes an air of elegance and luxury. The unceasing lights of are the pearls on her necklace and the agates on her bracelet. Only by offering things to her can one stand a chance of gaining her favor. Outworlder, you now have a once-in-a-lifetime chance to better assimilate in this grand and bustling metropolis. Will you seize it? Are you a riddler? How boorish. I can't believe this is how you respond to my kind offer. Listen, I have a part-time job for you. If you complete the job well, you'll earn a fortune, a sum you can hardly imagine. It's pretty simple. I need you to gather a person's info for me. The means available to you include, but are not limited to, recording her work and her everyday life, saving relevant images and photos, obtaining any information about her via any channel possible. Who are these people we're helping? Stalking, secret filming, non-stop surveillance. What kind of wrong idea are you getting? I'm not... Oh, I see. I haven't told you anything about me. I used to be a manga artist, and now I'm a producer. I was even featured in the Galactic Artists magazine of Epsilon before. Do you have any idea how big of a deal that is? Well, let me cut to the chase here. The subject I'm investigating is a big shot in the Bloodhound family, and I'm planning to film a superhero movie about her. Still sounds kind of shady. Well, I never force people into doing things they don't like. Since you insist on saying no, I won't push you. Anyway, if you change your mind, I'll consider giving you another chance. Can I touch the fluff ball on your head? What? Seems like you're more open-minded than I thought, my friend. I don't hate you, but we can put off this thing until you finish helping me gather inspiration. Alright, you drive a hard bargain. I'll help you.
Comparing levels of superiority? Such a ridiculous comparison.
Are you up to chat? Oh, have you decided to take my offer? I told you no one could resist the temptation of money. You're a producer, right? That's right. I published my first manga, Lost Island, when I was 18, and I rose to fame immediately. Later on, I overcame obstacles along the way and earned the accolades and status I deserved through my blood, sweat, and tears. I finally got to live the life I've always desired. At the age of 30, I adapted my manga, Mesmerized by Your Charm, into a movie, which turned out to be a phenomenal box office hit. The movie was all the rage among the youngsters in the universe. I made several more movies after that. The response was mediocre, so here I am in Penacony, in search of inspiration. I hope this city will reward my efforts. So about this person. Why, have you decided to take the job? Well, I can tell you something about the job first. Her name is Whisper, a member of the Bloodhound known as the Reverie Titan. She's a formidable figure who rarely smiles and is difficult to fathom. Rumor has it that the Dream Jolt troop will flee in all directions at the sight of her. She's a legend of the hotel. The first time I set my sights on her, I immediately knew that what I should do for my next movie. By the way, when you're investigating her, please be more careful. I doubt you can take a punch from her judging by her size. Alright.
The 30 billion man makes his...
The Pepeshi before you suddenly clutches his head in agony, with his body trembling uncontrollably. Why? Tell me what I did wrong. Those brittle netizens keep questioning my character and abilities. I've already offered my apology. What else do they want for me to do? Is my death the only thing that can appease them? Calm down. Whoa. Yeah, indeed. Sooner or later, one will face their true self. I can hear it now. Sweet silence and peace are calling me. I'm like a bird trapped in a cage. Jumping off bravely is my only way to freedom. Alas, looking back at my journey, I've never given up on my dream, no matter how challenging things are. I didn't expect it was you who stayed by my side in the end. It's time to go our separate ways, my friend. I wish to depart in silence, just like a soberer who gets sets off before dawn so as to not awaken the birds in the dew. Please don't come looking for me, and don't let others disturb my peace. I don't want any trouble, and alerting the Bloodhound is the last thing I want to happen. Just let me go quietly, at the dream's edge. I want to be like a bird and fly across the sky without leaving a single trace. Find the emotionally disturbed 4 at Dream's Edge. Well, this took a turn I was not expecting. Oh my gosh, he's gonna do it. Once again, Penacony has a lot of people trying to end their own lives. This is the third, fourth time it's happened. You're here after all, didn't I tell you? How come you're alone? Who else do you expect? No, nothing. I mean, it's good enough that you make it here. Are you here to see me off, my friend? Do you feel the same way as I do? There's no place for people like us, even though the world is vast. When you look back on our journey in Penacony, it'll dawn upon us that we are nothing but some travelers without a place to belong. Don't you have anything you'll miss? You bet. My dream, my hard work along the way, and my achievements so far, they are my shackles, but I can't let them go no matter how hard I try. You carefully step forward, and the pesky person shoots you a warning look, but doesn't seem to be stopping you. I don't want to stoop to the level of my colleagues who degraded and slandered me. And I've long mastered the skill to see the good in the negative remarks made about me. This time, I know they're jealous of me. They can say whatever they want about me, but I can't allow them to ruin my dream. Go ahead and jump. Do a backflip. Alright. Then cherish your life. I mean, we let people jump in the past, but like, they can be a little more sensitive about it than that. You're right. I should strive for greater achievements to prove them wrong. But you won't get it. You continue to move towards him, but the pesky person is too absorbed in his own emotions to notice your movements. You won't understand the amount of pressure and pain I've had to bear all this while. I can't help breaking down every time I'm bombarded by insult and scathing remarks in the middle of the night. Yet, I have to act like nothing is wrong the next day. You know, help! The Pepeshi, who seems close to falling off the roof, flips his body in the nick of time and grabs your arm for dear life. He summons an astonishing amount of strength from his petite figure, leaving a circular red mark on your arm. That was scary. I almost died. Do you still want to jump now? After going through that narrow escape, I have had an epiphany on the true meaning of life. What doesn't kill me makes me stronger. Let's go. I need to get a grip.
Let me stay here a little longer in this
We
body.
are underground, the wrong place.
The most luxurious commodity.
Oh, I get it now. What's that saying again? Where there's life, there's hope. Thank you so much for this valuable lesson, stranger. I won't ever slide into self-destruction again. What have I taught you? Well, let me think. Yes, you made me realize I should always try to find a way out, even though my life seems to be in a drought. We're being really insensitive to this guy for some reason. Did you come up with that yourself? Why are you being sarcastic? I'm expressing my gratitude to you. Can't you tell? Forget it. I never expect you to fully understand my plight. The pressure of dealing with the boycott against me in the industry and my ungrateful employees is just too much sometimes. This is exhausting. I understand I've chosen a challenging path for myself. I have to brave through numerous hurdles to get closer to my lofty ambition. Now I need to rest. Here, take this. Consider it a token of appreciation for being my lifesaver. Given the choice, you wish you could remove this person from your life. Okay, so where's the last person? Postman. Postman? That's Prezzo. Bozeman. Bozeman. Where is Bozeman? What does it say? In Odie Mall. Just says in Odie Mall. That doesn't help me at all.
How's it any different from a bionics? I heard old Odie came to pick up a car.
How about we bite the bullet and go for the...
A dream about eons?
Bozeman?
Watch your step now.
In the middle area, maybe? Bozeman, there you are. Ah, look, just look. Look at the kinds of people that come here. They are daydreamers escaping from reality, liars and hypocrites, and tantrums from squabblers just desperate for comfort. That's right, what kind of dependable person would ever venture into a dream? By my reckoning, Penacony is a huge trash can filled with losers from all over the universe, who can turn into babies the second they come across the slightest setback. Spend too long in a place like this, and you'll start to degenerate without realizing. Do you understand? Your thoughts, your emotions, everything is blunted by overindulgence. In the end, you'll become useless. So, what should we do then? The entertainment is the grand waste of this universe's resources and disrespectful to the hard work of everyday people. Places like Penacony should have been shut down a long time ago. How about it? How many civilizations has this universe spawned? And how many have starfaring capabilities? How many actually make the pivotal choice to set out on an intergalactic journey? Anyone with a chance to leave this homeworld behind and explore the universe has either won in a billion luck or has paid a price unfathomable to ordinary people. I am one of the latter. I studied painstakingly for decades to leave my home system before finally entering the hallowed realm of the Intelligentsia Guild. And just look at the people here. What have they done with this hard-earned opportunity of theirs? Live out a life of debauchery. Your home planets put all these efforts into raising you out of the hope that you can build it up, not for you to wanton pleasure. How can these people not understand such simple truths? Ah, yes, I see. I'm different. I don't have a home planet. The man falls silent before shooting you a complicated look with his eyes. It is impossible to tell whether it is a look of pity or wonder. Notwithstanding that being the case, let's stop bickering about it. Go do whatever you want to do. He placed his indignant expression back on his face before throwing himself back into his people watching and criticism.
Who are these people?
If I weren't so obsessed with minutiae, then they could be even greater successes making even greater achievements. Every second wasted on leisure is another minute lost that you could have devoted to saving the universe. All I can say is, those who get really into it, and those who don't, well, it's no use carving rotten wood, is it? Dude, all you're doing here is standing complaining. You're not saving the universe.
Who are these people?
The man suddenly clams up like a pair of headphones that just had its cable ripped out. His expression and body both stiffens up. Strange, I feel suddenly very calm. Thinking about it, what's wrong with having fun? The pursuit of leisure should be part of our lives. You're finally starting to sound normal. Indeed, I used to lose my cool whenever I saw someone looking happy, as though Void Rangers were crawling all over me, and that is not normal behavior. I think that this rage of mine probably stems from envy. My home planet was brought into the universal market by the IPC. but was never really very developed. Ever since I was born, I've grown up among a great disparity of wealth. The only local work available on planet is mining or farming, with no hope whatsoever of any career advancement. So the youth all hunger to break out and search for opportunity in this vast universe. But the pathways out are few and far between. Either become an IPC worker or join the Intelligentsia Guild. As the latter's salary is higher, competition is naturally more intense. So you joined the guild? Correct. I had to pass a dozen rounds of testing and an oral defense. It was far more difficult than I anticipated and almost completely exhausted me. Back then I was still young, and had my hobbies such as Aberval's Quirk Chest, Trailblaze cards from the Nameless, and video games from the Interastral Network. So many games. But I knew that if I ever got addicted to those things, I'd be consigning my future to ruin for the sake of temporary pleasure. To join the Intelligentsia Guild, I had to rein in tightly any desire to have fun and devote all my brain to study and rote learning. It was an enriching time, but also a stifling time. I thought that as long as I became an academic, this powerful desire of mine for entertainment would naturally subside. But now it looks like it's better to clear it away rather than bottle it all up. After I calmed down, I felt as though this almighty knot was untying inside me, and I'm not sure why, but I can't seem to rouse any interest in anything. Just game for 8 hours a day and you'll be fine. Indeed, I first came to Pinnacle to relax, but when it comes to gaming, I'm completely clueless. Just look, I've saved up this many Adine tokens, but I haven't had any chance whatsoever to use them. How about we play together? What? I mean, are you sure? After all, I haven't touched those things since I was little. I'm not sure if I'm good enough to be your playmate. But if you say so, then I'll give it my best. Oh yes, here are some of those tokens for you. It'd be hard for me to use them all by myself. If you have some time, come and find me in Adine Park. Heck yeah. 2 tokens, wow. Got it hoping for more. Oh my gosh, he's running around and got stuck. Hey, buddy! I have to admit, gaming really does have that soothing magic to it. I feel like I'm getting better and better. Have you tried the capsule machine? I have. I was so surprised. It feels like an out-of-control shopping machine, but huge. Have you tried the dreamy slots? It's pretty interesting. It's a simple game, but once you start, you just can't stop. Every time I get 2 out of the 3, I feel like I'm actually covered in true stings. Have you tried the lucky wheel? I have. It's so exciting. The way my heart races and drops as the pointer goes past the grand prize, it's like a real roller coaster ride. None of these are games. These are all gambling machines, but that's, you know, I guess that's fine. Aha! I was under the impression that if you want to grasp the secrets of enlightenment, or entertainment rather, not enlightenment, you have to work and study real hard. Eventually I realized that once you start playing, they're really not that complicated. It's just a challenge I've never taken on. Thanks for your guidance. I can enjoy Pinnacle to its fullest. What more could I ask for? How about a soul glad? You really helped me think things through. I should be treating you. Take this. It's a symbol of the beginning of my new life. We turned him into a gambling addict. Another day saved. Thanks to the Trailblazer. What did he give me? Fleeting happiness. Upon using, heals one ally 40% of their max. Did we get a sticker for that? He must have. Best buddies. Privately, you believe your best buddy is just as fixated on trash cans as you are. And this took us to Aideen Park, which is perfect because now we gotta find Bochi. Everyone's favorite guitar player.
Come on, give me that grand prize.
Oh, so tell me.
Once I play my hand,
Nope, that's Flora, not... There's Bochi. City of Dreams. How about my dream? Huh? What a coincidence to run into you here. Shall we have a drink? Look, this is the dream we can buy, the liquid from Odes of Harmony. How did you get drunk from soda? What's special about that? Don't forget we're living in a dream. Look at this dream, it's so big, it's so grand. Since it's so big, how come my small wish can't fit in it? This is so glad. 1 sip will cheer you up, 3 will make you forget about troubles, and then 10 will send you on cloud 9. As long as you down enough of it. Your rage of being bullied by your boss, your bitterness of being ostracized by your coworkers, or even your indignation of getting your sales stolen by others will dissolve into the syrup and bubbles. If you don't find my tipsy state off-putting, you're welcome to chat with me just for a while, please. I will buy you some Soulclad. You can have as much as you want. What do you want to talk about? Are you really willing to chat with me? You must have a heart of gold still. I've been listening to others so much that I have little to talk about myself. Now that there's finally someone willing to listen to me, I have no idea what to say. Very sorry about that. Who are you? That's a great question. Some call me delusional, some call me a troublemaker, and some call me a loose cannon. Which nickname do you think is the best? What do you think? I'm sorry, I didn't, it wasn't a sarcastic comment, it's just that every time they ask me questions like that, it's to make fun of me. Anyway, my name's Bochi. I work in the marketing development department of the IPC. Although I'm just a rookie now, I aspire to become as successful as Oswaldo, head of my department one day. Even though I'm facing a minor setback. Fine, it isn't exactly minor for me. Are you a fan of Soulglad? For sure I am. Who could resist this bubbly, delicious syrup? Actually, there's something else about Soulglad that truly appeals to me. Have you heard of Mr. Sousa, the inventor? I have. I knew you would have heard of him. Sooner or later, he'll become famous across the entire universe. Mr. Sousa was later persecuted for, undermining the interests of some bad guys, and even the Dream Leaves went extinct. But Soulglad and his story have passed down from generation to generation ever since. I hope that one day, everyone in the universe can enjoy Soulglad at the same time. What a beautiful dream. I wish my dream could be remembered by everyone, just like Mr. Sousa's. No, you're not bothering me at all. I couldn't be happier to carry on this conversation. It's been a long time since I've had such an enjoyable chat. Alas, if only I had met you a little earlier.
A drink cures 1,000 sorrows.
Just started playing Arc Knights. Heck yeah. Welcome aboard. I think we made this guy more angry. Ouch! It hurts. Is it because I've drunk too much? My head is splitting. This is weird. What happened all of a sudden? Oh, I see. Are you okay? Me? I'm good. Never better. I finally got it. You know what? I was once on the verge of success, yet it wasn't without challenges. There were always some despicable monopolists and greedy speculators lurking at the crossroads, trying or tightly holding on to the juicy bits so that no one could snatch even a smidgen of the grease from them. Do you mean someone sabotaged you? Bingo. Although I was new to the company at the time, I was sharp enough to discover the potential business opportunities in Penacony. After conducting a thorough investigation and analysis, I finally came up with an incredible event proposal. Bursting with confidence, I handed the proposal to Feynman, my demanding yet incompetent boss, only to receive harsh criticism from him. Needless to say, I was upset. Even the strictest professor in my college had never reprimanded me like that. So I decided to stay back after work to secretly work on the project. I wanted to prove my worth and impress Feynman. I enlisted the help of a like-minded partner and worked like a dog for the project. And just as we were about to succeed, Feynman showed up from nowhere. Not only did he call a halt to my project, but even ripped me to shreds in front of everyone. From then on, my co-workers, who used to be friendly, started distancing themselves from me. Occasionally, they would even point fingers behind my back. I later asked around and found out that Feynman had made me his scapegoat. He claimed that the reason everyone had to work overtime during that period was because the family wasn't happy with my stupid project. After that, he took advantage of the situation and to make frequent contact with the Alfalfa family, seemingly brewing a huge plan. Foolishly, I fell for his trick at the time, as I had no other means to vent my guilt and fear. I sought solace in Soulglad. It's now clear to me that he was taking credit for my work by oppressing and throwing mud at me. The world of adults sure is dark. Drat. I can't sit around and do nothing. I need a plan. Wait a minute. Since you're here... Hey, don't turn me down so soon. I don't expect you to bring the bad guy to justice for me. All you need to do is chat with Feynman. Look, since you don't work at the IPC, I'm certain Feynman isn't aware of our relationship. I need your help to gather evidence so that I can expose his true colors. I'll make sure that I'll take that as a yes then. Now, think about things about Feynman and find topics you can talk about to him. Also, this is for you. I have enough trust in you to let you keep my precious proposal for a while. I hope you put it to good use. You should be able to find them at the bar of Adeem Park. Go on. I'll wait for good news. Thought you meant the other bar. Oh, Project Scarab. Project Scarab, the book. The book you can read, Project Scarab. Was this the one that no one liked? Maybe it was, maybe, yeah. Yeah, what was Project Scarab about again? Oh yeah, it was about nothing because it's kind of a bad proposal. There was nothing very specific. It was just kind of very vague. We can make a bunch of money if... And it's like, but how, really? So the Bochi's the one who wrote Project Scarab. Okay. And here's Feynman. Well, I hate pointless overtime. But Feynman? What am I supposed to do? Talk to IPC workers around Feynman. Oh, okay.
Add diesel flavor.
Who's an I? Oh, these guys. Yeah, it must be these guys. Alas, I've been exhausted from working overtime lately. I could really do with a break. I couldn't agree more. It would be fine if I did it on my own accord, but cleaning up the mess for a fool is a straight no. Cut that poor guy some slack. We've all been young before, right? He's probably learned from his mistake already. Well, are you sure? Come on, look at the way he stares at Mr. Feynman. It's like Feynman's his arch enemy. I hope that guy will watch his behavior, rather. Or wrong voice. Doesn't matter. When I passed on the front of the counter earlier, the broadcaster happened to be talking about the mess he caused on TV. On TV, I should probably head to the front of the counter and find a TV. Employees idle chatter. Bochi's co-workers seem to have a grudge against him because they are forced to work overtime. Recently, there have been multiple cases of fraud in Golden Hour. The suspects target elderly tourists and deceive the victims into purchasing low-quality jewelry at exorbitant prices. The Bloodhound family has conducted a thorough and prompt investigation into the matter and arrested the suspects with the help of relevant personnel. Thanks to the persistent effort of the investigation team, most of the stolen money has been recovered. The family pledged to further strengthen the security management to ensure the safety of our guests. How is this case related to Bochi? That's enough sleuthing. I remember now. It's Project Scarab because he wanted to sell, like, jeweled scarabs, I think? Yeah. My preliminary idea is about creating an exquisitely crafted piece of jewelry, a scarab made of gold and gems. Then we give a captivating legend for the scarab and ensure its prominent display and widespread awareness through intensified marketing. That way, when tourists become wary of ordinary entertainment, they will definitely be attracted to this unique and profound narrative. After that, we'll launch a sufficiently thrilling activity at the opportune moment, and they will surely receive substantial revenue. Alright, before we start, let's talk about the topics. TV news? A news article about a swindler being caught. I'm writing this down, although I don't know how Bochi can be related to this case. Project Scarab. Bochi's precious proposal. You're uncertain whether it will see any use. Bochi's co-workers seem to have the grudge against him because they are forced to work overtime. Feynman seems to have something to do with this. Where did he go? What is there? Is there anything I can do for you? Are you here alone? How about grabbing a drink together? Weren't you eavesdropping my colleagues' conversations just now? Just cut the nonsense and stop wasting my time. What do you want from me? How did he know? Because the employees are on the other side of that wall. About Bochi. Let me guess. Did he send you here to trick me into saying things he can use against me in the future? Youngsters these days. Ha, I already know how he frames me. Oh snap, we're debating? Did he tell you I treated him oppressively and ostracized him, among others? Didn't you? Those guys over there told me that you and Bochi weren't on good terms. Oh, tell me more. Sure, I've jotted it all down. The truth is, the dude made a mistake. We're mean to him because we had to work overtime for a week to clean up his mess. Didn't you badmouth Bochi so that you could take credit for his work? Me, badmouth him? Do you think I have the time to do meaningless stuff like that? Guess what he did next? He partnered with a shady guy and started scamming people whenever he went, just to prove that his rejected proposal was viable. Scammed a news report earlier. Did you watch it? Thank goodness I don't have to repeat the whole story. Honestly, that proposal of his is just outright nonsense. Obochi said that you wanted to take credit for his work by repressing and throwing mud at him. Huh? Are you serious? I mean, is he serious? He also said that he came up with the incredible event proposal that after conducting a thorough investigation and analysis. Would you believe me if I told you I were Oswald Schneider? As for how marvelously outstanding his designs are, well, I suggest you take a look yourself once you get your hands on them. I guess the last one? This again. Honestly, I really don't want to waste any more time on this kind of meaningless garbage. If you still don't believe me, you can read the crappy proposal yourself. I never make things difficult to smart or ambitious youngsters, but for a dumb and mean one like him, you can stay out of this matter. Since this is the internal issue of our company, I'll handle it. Well, I guess that was the right thing to do. That was quick. What'd he say? Tell me everything. You tell Bochi what happened. Huh. I knew that old guy would talk bad about me. It's a pity we can't glean anything against him this time. Never mind. I'll keep watching him. Right, I guess that worked. Great people. Hats off to the truly great people in your heart. Next page. Number 12. We got 2 stickers and all the notes. Wow, we did not do well for this one. Discover the terrifying crime scene near the studio entrance. I do know where that is. Find Oksana in the theme park, lounging and restore her missing emotions. I probably have seen her as well. But yeah, I know that crime scene.
Investing here is like a bet you can't lose.
Did they murder them for money? The traces were wiped clean. Just what is happening in front of your eyes? You stay stupefied on the spot as your brain rushes to try and make sense of the information. The answer becomes very clear, very quickly. You have stumbled across a heinous murder. Judging from the appearance, the deceased is a cassette tape. The murder brutally disemboweled them. You can tell from the large number of dream bubbles floating around the body that the time of death was not long ago. Not far away, you see a billboard seemingly in deep thought about something. My friend, I'm sorry that our first meeting is under such dire circumstances. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Penacony's newest detective, though I do not have official certification yet. Though I am ashamed to admit that I have yet to discover any useful clues about this case. The culprit was extremely careful. There are no fingerprints, nor are there any signs of struggle on the victim. If it weren't for the fresh dream bubbles scattered across the ground, I'd almost think that the culprit committed the act somewhere else, and then use a vehicle to abandon the body here. Did you notice these tapes? It looks like they've been deliberately tangled up. If the culprit had secretly taken cutting, it wouldn't be so easy to tell. If that's the case, the cassette tape was likely also the motive. Kill the target, seal the evidence, and remove any clues. The culprit has likely been planning their operation for a long time. You're quite the professional. You're too kind. I've just done a little reading for this kind of thing. Could I possibly ask you to be my assistant on this case? I'm just a billboard after all. A lot of things are a lot more convenient for you than to me. I know that I'm a little slow-witted, but with your help, maybe I could at least do something for the deceased. Let's do our best. Thank you for your kindness. I'll try to piece together the clues. Would you be able to go and interview the witnesses around here and see whether they have any important leads? Popcorn and soda couples are residents here. They should know something about the victim. Also, there's a group of popcorn and soda detectives that will be heading to the scene. Maybe they'll be have more insights that can help us. Yep. That darn kid always playing songs super loud in the middle of the night. If I wasn't too lazy to move, I'd have gone out there and introduced him to my hammer. Sweetheart, calm down. What if someone hears you and thinks you're the murderer? Let's just go on with our lives and not sink to those nasty gangsters' level. I'd love to calm down, but that little runt borrowed 1,000 alfalfa credits from me and hasn't returned it. If he didn't gamble that money away, he must have spent it getting drunk and partying with those local thugs. Let's head back home. Last night, his terrible gutter music was so loud I'm still exhausted. I've lost all my fizz. Now you've wound me up again saying that. I should head over there and give him a good kicking. Alright, let's go home. Don't let people see you causing a scene. What are you looking at me for? That kid was gonna get what was coming to him one day. Look at this grisly scene. Looks like one of his enemies finally got their revenge. Just because he was always flirting around doesn't mean he deserved to have his life taken, does it? He was just a little tape that worked so hard to make it here. Then he ended up having his wages cut by a cruel boss and getting fired. He may have gone off the rails for a while, but that's understandable, don't you think? Where do you hear that version of the story? He told you that himself? He never did any work. He just spin his tape and play songs all day. The boss couldn't take it, so he gave him the boot. Word on the streets is that he even secretly got a big payout from the boss because he caught him saying something on tape. If you ask me, I reckon that the tape's boss probably hired guys to take it out. Seems like they all lack the discerning eyes to see the truth. Indeed, Brother Sugar-Free. They are all too sweet. The sugar in their minds has made their brains sticky. In this whole world, only you truly understand me, Brother Original Flavor. The culprit did not intend to kill him. They just accidentally hit the victim with their car while driving. Unaware of what had happened, they continued to drag the victim forward with their car, which is why this tape had been stretched so far. You are correct, Brother Original Flavor, but there is one thing I might add. This car in particular was an extremely luxurious limousine, one that only the richest in Penacony could afford. You are surely a master detective, Brother Sugar-Free. Pray tell, how did you come to this conclusion for that detail? It is simple. I happened to witness them driving away when I arrived. Thank you. With your hard work, we will be able to bring the culprit to justice. I saw you standing by those two popcorns for a while. Did you overhear any information? He and his boss have had disagreements. You repeat the conversation to the detective exactly as you heard it. A bit of a problematic character, huh? Seems like the boss had been blackmailed by him for some time and had reasons to want to silence him. Cutting the tape is able to destroy the dirt the deceased held on him. Although we are not ready to reach a final conclusion yet, let's keep searching for clues. What about the Soda couple? What did they say? They said there was loud music at night. You relayed the Soda couple's conversation. Intelligent life forms can easily go violent under exposure to environments with loud noise. Not all crimes must have an obvious motive, after all. But with the preparation the culprit must have gone to, it is hard to imagine that this was just a moment of passion. The music was likely a way to cover up his movements, rather. Let's go and listen out for more clues. What about our different flavored friends over there? I see they have some opinions on the case. There is a luxury limousine that passed through here. You share the great detective's deduction with the detective. Their conductor does indeed make sense. It also fits with the circumstances found at the crime scene. But why would a luxury limousine be going through here? Were they just passing through? If they hit the victim, would the driver really be unaware? This theory is a little forced, but I might have grasped onto something. Some things about this case are rushing around in my mind, but as soon as I reach out to put them together, they are gone again. Let me gather my thoughts, my friend. I see you are tired too. Perhaps we should leave it for now. If there is any further information, I'll let you know. The billboard detective hangs his head and leaves, as if deep in thought. Right? I guess I maybe need to wait for that to resolve. Hard to say. Just going to confirm. Yeah, okay, we have to wait. Alright, where's Oksana? I've definitely seen her around here somewhere. If she's not in these areas, then we're just gonna look her up. There she is. Hey kid, would you like to learn about the Galactic Warzone Relief Foundation? The foundation is dedicated to eliminating the suffering caused by war, with several intergalactic enterprises joining forces to provide medicine, food, employment, and other forms of humanitarian assistance for over 8 billion refugees. I'll help out. Bless your kindness, kid. It's precisely because of so many kind-hearted friends such as yourself that the foundation is able to carry on to this day. Money merely forms the arteries of any charity, but it's kindness from within that pumps the lifeblood like a heart. This universe is filled with sin, orphans with no place to call home, slaves bound in shackles, people deprived of their own humanity. The dead are nothing but a cold number beneath the smug hand of the executioners who commissioned these wars. Even if we have no way of stopping war from happening, we can at least mitigate the trauma caused by letting wealth play out its true purpose. That's the original idea behind establishing this foundation of mine. May peace come to all worlds. Relax, kid. It will become true. One day it will. That I pray from the bottom of my heart. And when that day comes, the foundation will lose its raison d'être, and I'll be free to pick up my true passion and joy once more. And so everyone will come to laugh again and hold hands, indiscriminate of species or class. When that day comes, I'm going to hand off my business to someone else, find a quiet planet somewhere, all to myself, and just lie on the grass, thinking about nothing and doing even less. Sure thing, kid. Hope my words can bring you a little peace. About the Foundation. That was a long time ago. Back then, my company wasn't really up to much, but I still had made a little name for myself. Then one day, I suddenly got some mail from high school bestie. It's been 10 years since we'd seen each other. I was so excited that I forked up top dollar for the same day ticket on an interplanetary transport then and there. But when I made it over to her location, all I saw was her funeral. Only then did I learn about how she dedicated her whole life to supplying medical assistance for refugees in war zones, and then in the end, those flames of war had caught up with her. Looking at her coffin there, I thought, what can I do about this? And that's where the Foundation comes in. Me, I'm just a toy trader. If you have kids back home, you might have bought one of our products. They're not complex at all. Giving children a happy childhood is one small part of world peace. Maybe it's because of one of the Foundation, but everyone has always been very supportive of our business. We have not just avoided bankruptcy. We've even managed to acquire a few other small businesses and might just be on our way to becoming the biggest toy manufacturer in the whole galaxy. Just look, that's my karma for being kind.
Remember to show kindness at all times, child.
Oxanas, rather. Muted saintly smile suddenly breaks into a grin, startling you. He tries taking it back, but it doesn't seem to work. My heart is dancing and so glad. Clocking the dollar, holding hands, and the skies are showering with money. My happiness is like a red giant star singing as it slowly expands in the vacuum of space, shooting high like a growing number. Hey kid, you know what? On my home planet, people dance beneath the starry sky while we do business deals. The more outrageous your dance moves are, the more lucrative your deal is going to be. After leaving home, I gradually grew used to the outside world with all its rules, but every time I feel happy, I can't help but want to invite everyone to come and dance with me just like now. It's a real shame that you're just a kid and can't keep up with the pace of a life's dance. Good news, I take it? Good news, sure. Since coming to Pinnacle, my soul has rarely felt so at ease. Soon, there'll be a big deal coming down the line. Could be several deals. More than enough to buy a dozen asteroids. If I capitalize on this moment, more and more of these deals are going to come a-knockin', and things will start to snowball. Just look, that's my reward for being kind. And right now, kid, I might just need a little of your kindness. Are you cutting me in on some company stock? Not quite that, but I'll be sure to make it worth your while. I just remembered an important deal in Pinnacle that hasn't been settled yet. I've been so busy with the Foundation that I completely forgot, and I'm completely tied up with things here for the time being. It's a cinch. Just grab the batch of toys I stashed at the theme park and take them over to the meeting spot at Golden Hour. That's it. And this here is your hard-earned remuneration. I mean, even the greatest act of kindness would never last long without a little recompense, right? Go to the corner of the theme park and retrieve the toy. Why does this all of a sudden seem very shady? Taking a peek, you cannot understand why they cut off how you're selling so well. Perhaps it is what Osaxon is called goodwill. I keep going to call her Osaxon, but that's not her name. Taking a peek into the bag, you see it's filled with ordinary toys. You cannot see how they're selling so well.
stay here a little longer in this body.
Yeah, this guy's not suspicious. You confirm and reconfirm that this guy is indeed the buyer of the toys. He looks super shady as he's standing there, as though he's planning to deal in something dodgy. Did you bring the stuff? Why do you sound like a crook when you're just dealing with toys? Toys? Hey, I'm just trying to create a little atmosphere here, right? I've been holding out for ages, but the wait is finally over. After so long with no word, I was worried that Miss Oksana got cold feet. But I've just been projecting my own stingy concerns onto a gracious lady. With these toys, we should be good to make through the rest of this difficult year coming up. You must be thinking ahead to letting us have the toys for such a low price. There really is no way to repay such magnanimous kindness. Are these toys really that important? My friend, if Miss Oksana entrusted you with the delivery, then she must place great faith in you. I won't keep you in the dark. She probably didn't tell you because she didn't want too many people knowing about her charity. But I'm not having that. Good people should be praised, and good deeds should be lauded. My home system is in a segmented racket by war. Military coups and puppet regimes are about as common as the stars in the sky, but whoever's in power, it's always the people who suffer under oppression. Even if they squeeze out the last drop of blood, those savages still find a way to pick all the meat off of the bones so that even the vultures end up starving to death. And who should bring hope to us corpses to be? Miss Oksana, using her influence in finances at the Foundation. This galactic activist provides us with armed support almost free of charge. These everyday toys you see here are able to be converted into special chips once they get into the real world, in exchange for arms to resist our oppressors. Do you get it now? She's not selling toys to us, but our lives and our futures. And for that, I wouldn't hesitate 1 second to cut out my own heart, give it to her. So long, dear friend, I envy the peace here, but Pinaconi's not where I belong. There's a whole load of people on the other side of the galaxy, awaiting liberation, and that's where I need to be. Next time you see Miss Oksana, please make sure you pass on my thanks to her. My friend, I hope you also keep your heart in the right place. She's an arms dealer. Honestly, that's not what I expected. Interesting. Just a moved location. Is this the latest model on the market? This force field is paper thin. The largest model that can fit inside the alleys and tunnels, friend. The force fields always need a generator. And you can always try something bigger, like installing a clunky tail behind each generator to serve as a target practice for the opposition. How about that? Of course, you can also approach the IPC with the Intelligentsia Guild, if they're willing to sell. Don't be like that. Anyone with eyes can tell how good the quality of your toys have been for years now. It's just that in those segmenta, none of them are honest anymore. Our finances just can't take a hit anymore. I know exactly how you're able to afford. So quit the haggling, and it's a fixed price. If you don't want them, fine. There's probably someone out there who needs these toys even more than you do. I can always sell them instead. I want the stuff. The down payment will be with you tomorrow. You don't have to be so cutthroat about it. That's a clever choice. The Intelligentsia Guild really should dissect your brain for research and find out how to make up stops you. And find out how its makeup stops you from being destroyed by nightmares. The mysterious person departs without bothering to look back. That was quick. Those dithering schmucks at the Foundation could really learn a thing or two from you, kid. How'd the deal go? Everything smooth? About you being this galactic activist. It wasn't on purpose, as you know what kind of person I am. I just didn't want you to look at me with tinted glasses, even if they were tinted with positivity. Kid, the funding that the Foundation invests isn't just coming from me. Champions of peace and life across the galaxy all deserve our gratitude for their kindness. And I'm not some galactic activist. I'm just a guide who provides a platform for everyone to use. There are so many worlds out there in the universe under the yoke of tyranny and oppression, where even mere survival has been a luxury. To those oppressors, the residents aren't even people, but simply fuel for their tyrants' money printers. Anybody would sympathize with them when confronted with such tragedy, and that forms the basis for why our foundation has been established. So I support them purely out of personal compassion. In my view, helping them fight against oppression isn't any kind of charity, but rather my duty and responsibility as an individual of wealth. Who was that just then? Just a regular mind with a filthy temper. They make custom weapons to fight against the Antimatter Legion. You did great this time. Just think about it. Thanks to your help, millions of oppressed people will be able to overthrow their tyrannical regime. You can be proud of that, kid. Despite Despite what she says, suspicious conversation with a mysterious person now forced and interactions leave you feeling paranoid. Catch up with the mysterious person that wandered off. Are you the one who was coming to see Oksana before? Don't tell me her conscience got the better of her and she'd like to cut us half-price deal now. Knowing her, there's more chance the IPC converting to AHA than there is to that ever happening. She's a activist, though. Activist? Oh my, well that's just the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. Let me guess what she told you. Oh, since my childhood friend died in the name of charity, I've taken up her mantle and dedicated myself to relieving the torments of war. And that's why I decided to establish the foundation of ours. Take a guess how many times she's given that spiel before. And how much investment she's swindled out of people. But what about the foundation? You want to know the real reason why the foundation was established? Money laundry. They take that money and invest it into the weapons and manufacturers, then they use the foundation to pull the wool over people's eyes. It's a shrewd hustle. A big shot philanthropists throughout the galaxy don't make me sick. Every time there's a ding-dong on that bank account, a new shipment of arms sets sail. Want to know which part of the story I like best? Wherever any conflict reaches a ceasefire, the Foundation's humanitarian relief supplies will be dispatched into the planet alongside a small army of photographers. And then they'll all say, "People, put down the arms and let everyone negotiate peacefully." I'm telling you, the best job for her isn't being an arms trader, but rather a stand-up comedian. Just a bunch of clowns. What was that line she just pulled? Keep on being kind, kid? But there's no use telling you all this. I have to hurry back to deal with the president of ours. Once I finish putting down the uprising, my forces will be executing the two-faced maggot too. Oh, okay. Okay, you're leading a coup, okay. She's selling to the other side. Yeah, she's an arms dealer. Of course she sells to both sides. War is business. She is selling weapons to both of you to try and provoke a war so she can milk both sides. Are you happy for her to get away with it? Listen, buddy, to be honest with you, I've met a lot of crooks in my time, so I kind of like you. Let me remind you that this universe isn't as innocent as you think it is. Of course, I know who cut those crooks a discount on those weapons, and we'll have to keep buying weapons from that lady as long as they resist us. Why would she ever give up a cash cow like that? Those ignorant thugs should be thanking her for all of this. Arms dealers are like hyenas hedging their bets. They make money the more casualties there are. But we don't care. All we care about is having better weapons and better gear than those scoundrels, and whether or not we can beat them. You come from a peaceful homeworld and might not put this knowledge into practice for the rest of your life, but who knows? The kid who buys a toy doesn't care if the hands that sell it to him are covered in blood, until one day in the future when they themselves are reduced to a red smear. 5 amber hours ago, our segmentum used to be peaceful too, but look at it now. It stinks worse than the stomach of a void-song whale. That's war for you. You just never know when it'll fall on your head. When the swarms of arms dealers and mercenaries will come, flocking to the scent. The smell of profit is so sweet that with one whiff, you'll never be able to wean yourself off of it. So long, buddy. Hope we never have to meet again on the battlefield at the end of the cosmos. Man, Penacony's full of real stories. Everywhere else is like ghost hunting. Although I guess Shinjo has a lot of like discrimination stories. More recently. But Herta's got, teleporting toilets. Penacony's got just everything. Fame, gambling, tyranny, war, suicide, what makes someone a real person? What is personality? Everything. Kid, what are you doing back here? Is it good news? Must be karma repaying my kindness. Or your kindness, even. I know everything. Yikes, don't you tell me there's another rebel group who sent me a thank you letter. To tell you the truth, we try to keep things as low profile as we can at the Foundation, but every time there'll be some kind-hearted people who risk their necks out there on the battlefield taking photos of our aid. They're not hired by you. Didn't I say already? Ours was a chance rendezvous, so why should we be at loggerheads? I pay the money and you do the job. That's the underlying logic behind how the whole world works. They got the weapons they wanted, I got my money, and you got your payment too. What's wrong with having it good for a change? Kid, there's no such thing as right and wrong in the world outside of the dreamscape. Having money and staying alive so that you can spend the money, that's the only truth there is. If you were in my shoes, what would you do? That's cold hard cash we're talking about. If I pulled it all out at the bank, the stacks would cover up a mountain. No, make that a whole mountain range. As long as the rebels have enough steam to resist, then the junta's weapon orders representing a bottomless pit, funneling money stolen from the people directly to us. Therefore, the rebels cannot win, but they can't lose either. It's just like that old fable about the frog crying or carrying a scorpion across the river. Oh no, it's casting a long line to catch a bigger fish. Don't give me that snide look. I'll have you know that without my supplies, they wouldn't even get a chance to resist. The state's machine of oppression would just eradicate them before nightfall, roots and all. And what's more, I'm always asking the Foundation to put the money back into the aid to help war refugees. If you round everything up, am I not actually helping the people get their own money back? Don't think that's how that works. Didn't you say you wanted to eliminate war? The only lesson I've learned from war is that nothing ever changes, kid. If you want to stop it, then you might as well try and put it to work for you. Wherever there's warfare, there's profits to be made. I don't know what the family dossed me with, spurning such a great line of business like this and recruiting people into the charity cause instead. This sum should make up for me deceiving you. From now on, we don't know each other. You've never seen me, and I've never seen you. You can keep your filthy blood money. Care to reconsider? Even here in Penacony, you can find countless people struggling day and night to try and make this kind of money. Ditch your naive ideas about justice always prevailing. One is an abstract number light years away, and the other is profits right under your nose. The right answer couldn't be any clearer. If it helps, I can give you even more. I can't take any more. Listen up, Oh, that's me. Listen up, warmonger. I'll give you a taste of some Trailblazer medicine. You may be anticipating a heated battle, but unfortunately, Miss Oksana offers you neither heat nor battle. The famous entrepreneur was still struggling to recover when the bloodhounds made it onto the scene. Absolutely ruthless. Even though you ever thought about joining up with us bloodhounds, we can negotiate on your salary. I'm not even kidding. If it weren't for you catching this crook so soon, who knows how many planets in the cosmos would have been obliterated. Here's your bonus on behalf of those children who are still alive because of you. Thank you. Are you gonna come quietly, big shot philanthropist? One day you'll come to regret your naivety. Oksana stares at you in rage. Looks like she's finally getting a taste of her own karma. Wow. Lord of War. I know that movie. I know that movie. Bring Oksana to justice. The helpers and the malefactors are the same group of people. Can't believe we arrested her though, it's kind of crazy. The crime scene, can't finish yet. Talk with Clocky at the park. Help Elvira. Cheer up Neoni. Talk with Walter. I thought we talked with Clocky already. To be honest, I guess not. Well, Walter's literally right here, so I guess we'll talk to him first. I'm so bored. Nothing I do seems to get me fired up anymore. Oh, hey. You look really cool. You've never seen outfits like that around Pinnaconny. May I ask where you're from? The Astral Express is my home. Oh, ooh, that sounds complicated. So what does that mean? Can you tell me more? You give Walter a brief explanation of the Astral Express and what it means to be nameless. Hey, that sounds even more amazing than a movie. Then you must have been to many places. You must have had all sorts of dangerous and thrilling experiences. Will you tell me some more stories? To repay you, you can come with me anytime there is something about Pinnaconny you don't fully understand. About Pinnaconny? Well, ask whatever you like. To say I know a lot about this place is an understatement. I could even tell you how many floor tiles there are in Indian Park. How many are there? Hey, it's a metaphor. You know what a metaphor is, right? Why don't you ask me a more realistic question? Any fun activities you recommend? You mean nearby? My first stop would be obviously Aideen Park. You have to try the hamster ball race and Brother Hanu roleplay. Speaking of which, that line of 3 dreamy slots next to the golden capsule machine, if you get a chance, you should go check them out. The furthest golden machine to the left has a lot of character. Every day begs and begs people to quit gambling, which has caused a lot of complaints. We saw that earlier, actually. However, it doesn't matter how many times they reset the machine. This problem never goes away. It's becoming a bit of an urban legend. As for the other moments, if you like natural scenes, go check out the Moment of Oasis. If you like talent shows, then the Moment of Scorched Sand. If you want a romantic affair, then go to the Blue Hour. If you want to go shopping, then the Moment of Dusk. If none of those are exciting enough for you, I suggest heading over to the Moment of Stars, Spheroid Robo Ball Unicycler. They have competitions for everything over there. How about food? So glad is the most popular one. You must have tried it, right? Then I recommend trying Pico White Grape Soda. It may not taste great, but it's got a lot of kick. Dream Syrup, on the other hand, I wouldn't recommend it. It's too sweet and makes you feel sleepy. As for food, if you just want to check out some popular foods, you can try Clocky Pizza and Oak Cake Rolls, even if eating those cakes is a bit of like chewing on wood. But if you want to eat something a bit more filling, I recommend Float Disc Burgers and 100 Layers Sundaes. Of course, whatever you do, don't order the sugar-free sundae.
Oh, no, what do I have to show? No, what do I have to show?
Do you know about my sworn brothers? If you don't know, I'll explain anyway. A few days ago, I was wandering around the theme park and went to check out the food trucks by the entrance, on a whim. Then I ended up gaining a couple of brothers. Do brothers come with free snacks? Listen to the rest of the story first. At that moment, I happened to overhear a clocky actor talking to his boss, and would you believe it? Their names are Wulpa and Werner. The saying goes, the more W's you get, the better. So we vowed to be brothers in front of the clocky statue. Is that a saying? The youngest, Werner, wasn't that bad. He was smart enough and quite eloquent. We got along pretty well. But that Wulpa, I hear he used to be a famous athlete across the cosmos. But I just think he's an oaf. I figured I'd have taken them out for a meal at the coffee diner. But where most people take their time and chew slowly, he just rammed it all in his mouth like he was at war with his food. Recently, the Iris family has had that young singer who sang Song of Beauty, right? She's quite popular. Well, I had the great idea of taking them to experience some culture, and what happens? That Wulpa fool falls asleep and is snoring like a bubble hound before she's even sung a few bars. Turns out he's just from some remote minor planet. It's not suitable to be seen with in public. I guess that makes sense. If he actually had any skills, why would he retire to become a costumed performer? Alright. Boss Stone's quote, "Poor people are still poor, even in their dreams, because those poor souls have never seen the world." We could talk about his other emotions, but there's just so many people to talk to. We get in, we get out. Quick and simple. Welcome to Dreamville, TikTok. Dear friend, Clocky is here to serve you today, TikTok. Why are you here? TikTok, Dreamville is Clocky's home. Of course Clocky would be here. My friend, I see you still do not fully understand our beautiful little town. Believe me, just a little stroll around and you'll fall in love, TikTok. I'm happy to see you, my dear friend, TikTok. I hope you have a wonderful time in Dreamville, TikTok. Can I have a chat? Of course we can, TikTok. Clocky would tell his friends anything, TikTok. Talk about Dreamville. Dreamville, TikTok. A beautiful, peaceful village, TikTok. My friends and I live happy and carefree lives together here, TikTok. However, the evil boss Stone covers the stones that we used to build our town. That villain even claims that he's our town master's successor and wants to force us all out of here, TikTok. But don't you worry, my friend. My friends and I will never let this evil plan succeed, TikTok. And your friends? All my friends are endlessly fascinating. Brother Hanu's my most reliable companion. I can always relax with him watching my back, TikTok. Mr. Soda's the most cultured person in town. His sodas are always giving me brimming with energy, TikTok. Professor Owl and the origami birds, they create this town and they care for it like they would their own nest, TikTok. Then there's Miss Note, Mirror Princess, Old Man Wood, Hamster All Night. Trust me, my friend. I know you'll love them all just like I do, TikTok. No worries, TikTok.
Half a year's work, gone in an instant.
Make him angry? I've had it. The clock before your eyes pants and breathes heavily. The angle of their thin, folded legs against a circular clock face shows 2:30, as the heavy hour hand sways back and forth within a quarter-hour interval. Those scum! They never do any work themselves. All they know how to do is give orders. Every day it's voluntary overtime, or we're cutting a half-year performance bonus. We're here daily from dawn until dusk, and the meager alfalfa credits they pay us aren't even enough for a slice of clocky pizza. After I've paid my hotel fees. We all love Clucky, but just because we're passionate about it doesn't mean that we're okay with being exploited. Even Boss Stone knows you can't just be evil without a solid reason. Dang nabbit, aren't cartoons supposed to bring people joy? Then why is it that ever since I came to Dreamville, I've lost all my happiness?
Doesn't animation bring people joy?
I guess he's not supposed to sound like Clocky, but we're sticking with the voice. Clocky's here to serve you, TikTok. Would you like to hear me introduce my friends, TikTok? Brother Hanu's the most reliable companion, TikTok. Not only did he take me and Mr. Soda to Clock Diner for a feast, he even invited us to the Grand Theater for a recital, TikTok. Although I don't really understand much elegant things, and I fell asleep halfway through, but I was really happy, TikTok. Wait, is this Wolpa? Mr. Soda's my good friend, TikTok. He is hardworking, intelligent, and really kind. Whenever he has leftovers, he leaves them for me and doesn't ask me for money, TikTok. I'm so happy I became brothers with them, TikTok. I have lots of other good friends too. They're all wonderful people. I'll introduce them all when I get an opportunity, okay? And Mr. Soda gave me these Soul Glads. I'll share one with you, TikTok.
Doesn't animation bring people?
After a moment of silence, the Clocky before you suddenly transforms into a haggard-looking man. Yeah, it's Wolpa. Wow, what a coincidence. Ugh. I'm so sorry. I don't really feel well. Could you give me a moment? Of course. Thank you for your kindness. The exhausted man falls silent again, his expression empty and his eyes unfocused. For some reason, you find yourself wanting to talk to him. Maybe his pitiable expression has inspired some kind of sympathy in you, or maybe his depression is infectious. So you approach him and gently pat his slumped shoulders. Huh? Oh, sorry, I didn't notice you. Did you want to interact with one of the characters? There are more actors over there. You okay? You want to hear me whinge? Since you're still here, I'll take that as a yes. A man like me, well, how should I put this? I know they all think I'm stupid. I mean, no one else at my age still thinks that people can rely on their dreams to make a living, right? First, after I retired, I didn't listen to them. I didn't use my fame to live off the advertising deals. Instead, I came running straight to Pinnacle to be a costume performer for my favorite Clocky. In the end, this job was like nothing I imagined. What's worse, the hotel fees have used up the majority of my savings, and now my body is in no state to get back into the competitive arena. If you ask me, do you regret it? Even I'm not sure. All I know is that right now I feel like Clocky without Mr. Soda. Can't get my spirits up, or ignite even a spark of enthusiasm. I've ranted for too long. You must be tired of listening to all this. Thank you for listening to my complaints. I actually feel a lot better now. Clocky appears before your eyes once more. Dear friend, Clocky's here to serve you today, TikTok. Clocky's quote, TikTok, a truly good person wouldn't throw a tantrum at the alarm clock first thing in the morning. So then Neone, who I definitely saw Neone earlier. Pretty sure I did. Oh, there's Werner. Wait, was Werner one of them we had to talk to though? Because no, Elvira and Neone. That's Carl. Neone. What do I do? What do I do? How about I just go get my fortune told? Or should I head to the main street and catch a spring loader? Spring loader? Yeah, you get to throw a die for me and make my choice from the number thrown. Hey, wait, it's destiny that we encountered each other. How about you give me a couple of suggestions? I'll take your silence as consent. Don't do that. Let me ask you if you had two choices in front of you. To be a carefree and highly paid employee, or chase your dream through hardships in the name of freedom. What would you choose? Freedom forever. Can't I just be an average lazy bum? Freedom forever. High paid employee. Can I just be an average lazy bum? Can you at least have a little ambition? Forget I never asked. Thanks for your help, but this matter is of utmost importance to me. I still have to ponder on it properly. Sure, it's not like I can make a decision on the fly anyway. What's your dream? My dream is to have such a day when people talk about my works. They would not deliberate its sales nor discuss its box office, but to seriously analyze and rationally study it. To delve into it and understand its content and meaning, and to find the true me hidden within. But I also know that's just the talk of a lunatic dreamer. Haha. So what kind of employee are you? Me, I'm a dream bubble artist. Amazing, isn't it? When those two words, artist and employee, do not seem related at all. But in reality, if we lost the support of management from corporations, our so-called art would not be nothing but unsellable commodities.
A dream where this...
Those flavor of the month indie dream bubble artists, do you think their work is really one of a kind? Perish the thought. They simply lucked out and rode the wave of opportunity. Honestly, it wouldn't be that hard if I really wanted to return to the Iris family fold. Even my recent works were lambasted, my influence and fan base are still intact. I'm still more cost effective than building up a newbie with a similar style. Anyway, I'm still of some value to them in my current state. They've always been excellent at resenting an artist's career and creating some new hype for them. It doesn't cost that much anymore. In a cage, but it's a cage, but at least I'm clothed and fed. I see no downside to this deal, so why am I struggling with this decision? What if I can't take it lying down? So what if I possess exceptional talent? When money and power become insurmountable barriers, how can the so-called art ever preserve its purity?
A dream where the streets are paved with...
The man gazes entranced at the Hamster Ball Knight's poster on the wall. His lips are parted into a contented grin. Perhaps in his fantasies, he has overcome the obstacles to become a free man and achieved his dream. You walk away quietly, so not to disturb his daydream inside the dream. Hamster Ball Knight's quote, "Speed is everything. Floor it, my friend." Alright, now Elvira, I have no idea where Elvira is. I'll check over here, though. No, that's Tebeth. Yeah, I don't know where Elvira is. We're gonna have to look her up. She is... Oh, she's over there. We walked right by her. Not even pointing, teleporting. Anime Dream Chaser. Greetings, I'm Elvira, a loyal fan of Clocky cartoon series and also a volunteer here. As you can see, there are many aspects of Clock Studios theme park that aren't up to the task yet, mainly because we severely lack manpower. Of course, we're working on improving that. In any case, you're welcome to look around, Theme parks only get more prosperous with crowds. Be very glad that there are people interested in theme parks. Why are you volunteering here? Because I wanted to work with Clocky. I still remember when I was younger, the thing I looked forward to every day was to sit myself in front of the living room sofa and wait for Clocky's cartoon to air. It's a pity that no matter how fast it got updated, it could never catch up to the speed at which I watched. By the time I left school, I'd already seen all the Clocky's related spin-offs, at least 3 times over. So I decided to personally participate in Clocky's production, even if it was just serving the crude drinks and food. I mean, it was my childhood after all. What do you do? Oh, I do plenty, like helping guests take photos, running errands, managing the merch, fixing rides, and all that. Sometimes I even have to take care of my coworkers who play the cartoon characters. Most are odd jobs that don't require much skill, but there's plenty of it to go around. Most people call for my help regularly. When I think about it, I'm still a pretty important staff member around here. What do you think of the costumed people? You mean my coworkers play the cartoon characters? I really respect them, just like I admire every creator. Whether in reality or in the dreamscape, every work that manages to finally reach the audience is the fruition of tens of millions of system hours of blood, sweat, and tears. And to create a world we all love, we can't forget the people who helped execute the idea, as well as those who provided the idea. Every time I see Clocky and his companions dance on the screen, I can't help but marvel in earnest at how everyone brought those fictional characters so vividly to life. I hope that one day I can also play a part in animation production.
Clocky will be a timeless classic for many Amber era.
There are fewer and fewer people who like cartoons these days. The friends who used to binge watch the series with me quit very early on. Everyone says that they've got a lot of stuff to do and have no time to spend on such useless activities. I know the gravity of reality always shatters all fantasies, dragging them from the sky back to Earth. I knew this a long time ago, but I can't do anything to change it. But I believe that one day, when people are battered by the monotony of reality, they'll once again cast their eyes on happier things. I'm willing to wait for that day to come. Rather, what else can I do besides wait for it?
Clocky will be a timeless classic for...
Ha! When will I join the family and see the real Clocky? The real Clocky? Yeah, the Alfalfas told me that I'd get to know the real Clocky's secret if I become a family member. They actually did send someone to invite me previously, and I thought I was close to succeeding. In the end, they just got wind that I was only joining the family for Clocky and they rejected me. No. Sorry to hear that. From the looks of the saying, it's like I said I wanted to add 2 slices of moon to my waffle or something. Was it really that bad of a desire?
Clocky will be a timeless classic for many...
Oops. Gah, what am I doing here still chatting away? I've got things to do. The signboard at the entrance needs fixing, the tokens in the arcade machines need changing, and there are cartoon character actors who need attending to. Elvira falls into a deep silence. A certain kind of enthusiasm that surrounded her has disappeared, replaced by the most fundamental emotion associated with work, monotony. Even if one manages to work at a dream job, in the end, it's still just that, a job. Brother Hanu's quote. Wow. 228 out of 230. We're so close. We're so close. The max stickers. Although there's definitely more than 228 to unlock still. Or 230 rather. But 230 is the max they're going to reward us for, I guess. Yank out the giant birdie from the miniature model. That one has eluded us. That one has truly eluded us. Because it requires a drink that I don't know where to find, so we're just gonna look it up. Find the bottle. It's in a Dulite Civilian near the reception counter. Really? Clearly, I did not look hard enough. To be fair, I didn't look that much, to be honest.
We're seeing a lot more VIPs than usual today.
Wait, are those guys? Yeah, it's the dancing guys. They're back. You see 3 bottles of wine leaning on each other. It is clear to see that they are very close. Excuse me, which one of you is the finest wine here? Ah, you're asking which of us is the finest wine. Hey brothers, you see that despicable methods they use to try and break up our perfect friendship? We would wait for us to send to battle and smash each other into pieces and seize your moment to pour us down the sewers and become the finest wine yourself. That must be your plan. Unfortunately for you, we've seen through your triple alcoholicide plot. We 3 bottles, though we may not have been born of the same day, month, or year, we shall die on the same day, month, and year. Haha, our friendship is unbreakable. I'm not alcohol. Have you considered the possibility that I am not alcohol, but a person? Yellow, do you see this despicable scheming? Since he is not alcohol, he cannot be seduced by the title of finest wine. If I had not let myself get carried away with emotion and smashed that bottle so glad, we would not be in this situation. Now, because of my mistake, I have delayed both of your futures, Yellow, Red. Both of you, go on ahead. The title of finest wine belongs to you. You mustn't blame yourself, Green. I've always known that you are finer than any wine in the land. I could travel the entire Pinnacone and find no finer wine than you. Yellow, what about me? Though your fragrance is no match for Green, you are extremely potent, Red. Even the incomparable watchmaker would not be able to tame your fire. 3 glasses he would never cast to the floor drunk. Hearing such a touching assessment, I want to be your little Red forever. Fear not, fear not. One day, your talents will receive the recognition they deserve, and you shall fill the glasses of the Charmony Festival. When that day comes, just make sure that you do not forget about your friend, Yellow. Good time zone, Madeline Maddie. Yellow! The 3 hugged each other tight and began to cry on each other's shoulders. Although you do not really understand how bottles hug each other tight, they just did that. From this day forward, any banquet I attend shall have places for both of you. I do not know which winery has sent you, foul villain, but you can give up. All 3 of us are the finest wine here. Your plan shall not exceed. Aha, our friendship is unbreakable. You begin to think, why not just take all 3 of them back to the bird when suddenly an irresistible curiosity surges through you. Which one of them actually is the finest wine? You have decided that today you will have them compare and rank themselves as clear first, second, and third. You think carefully. There is only one way that their defenses are there is no way that their defenses are impenetrable. All it would take is one word to get them fighting between themselves. Why are we trying to break up this friendship? Why are we doing this? So Yellow's against the others. Yellow, I've actually heard the other 2 talking privately about you not long ago. They said some quite nasty things. Do not try to show discord between we three bottles camaraderie. They said your manufacturer is counterfeit. They said you're from a no-name producer that outsourced some work and stuck on a label from a high-end brand. What? Those cheap toys there mark my label. Why don't they pour out half a glass each and see what swill they're filled with? I popped my cork and worked hard myself to a glass to bring them into Duelite Pavilion, and this is how they repay me? I knew they had been talking in secret whispers all the time lately, that they just hate me because I am such an old vintage. You want me to tell you which of us is the finest wine? With me around, they are nowhere near. Green, I've actually heard the other twos talking privately about you. They said some quite nasty things. Ah, you think you can fool me at the same lies? With the same lies you would a cheap soda? They said you're made from poor ingredients. They said you're made from scrap that even So Glad Enterprise wouldn't use, recycled onto the cheap to make wine. What? I am made from scrap ingredients? Then their ingredients are trash. They cannot even be placed, or cannot even be recycled. I was discussing with Little Red how to celebrate Yellow's bottling day, and this is how they insult me. And Little Red, I must have had the cap pulled over my eyes to have seen her as my own vintage. Hero, you think that with my quality, they have any right to talk about whom is the finest wine here? Mission complete. Under your tireless offense, a rift has formed in the unbreakable friendship between the three bottles. Today, in this moment of morning dew, we finally... Oh wait, this is yellow. Today, in this moment of morning dew, we will finally expose who is truly rotten and putrid together. That's right. It seems some wines have already allowed their thoughts to grow putrid. Who is this industrial alcohol? Who are you calling industrial alcohol? Today, we will see who exactly that is once and for all. Seeing the three bottles locked into a fierce argument, you cannot help but become overcome with a sense of pride and joy. You psychopath. Hero, thanks to you, I have seen their true nature at last. Today, you must be the judge and decide which of us is truly the finest of wines. That's right. The hero has a discerning eye that will allow the two common bumpkins to witness what a true, high-quality wine is. I will no longer answer to anyone except you. Come, it is time for us to leave this place. So we can just select any of them? So again, what was the point of tearing their friendship apart? I don't know, Little Red. Who said I was industrial wine? Who is industrial wine now? As the other two bottles fall into different silence, Red angrily storms into your inventory, now knowing that it is the finest of wines. The fire in its heart has been reignited. Well? At least we know now that they never cared about us two. If they wanted to leave us that badly, they should have just said so. Ha! We two have an unbreakable friendship. Tweet. Now this guy's tweeting. Did they make all the birds tweet now instead of chirp? Because this guy would have been before they started doing that. This guy definitely said chirp once upon a time. Chirp, chirp, my friend. Did you find what I wanted? Quick, quick. Give it to me. The bottle was immediately snatched from your hands. Ah, this wine has a ferocious strength. Drinking it's like a punch to the face with a great fighter. Here, sincere, this is pure alcohol. This is pure strength. I would wager that not even Professor Owl themselves would be able to handle more than 3 glasses. My friend, your taste is the finest of everyone I have ever met, of course. This is truly the finest of wines. Careful to not drink it too quickly. As for me returning to work, I'll just have one more sip and then I'll go back. Just one sip. The giant bird took flight and headed off, swaying and weaving. Perhaps it has just gone to find another place to hide and drink wine. Why is this origami bird so huge? Drink until you're green in the face. And then we've got talk to a bunch of people. Talk to the Confessor and Brina and Leo and the Family Guard. A bunch of people. We already have all the birds there, though.
We're seeing a lot more VIPs than usual today. Shoot, where did I put it?
Confessor, Brina, those two are in there. Leo.
Welcome, esteemed guest.
Maybe this guy's the guard. I think they're all in this room, which makes it pretty easy for us.
Time is running. We're seeing a lot more VIPs than usual today.
Hello, Dream Chaser. My name is Kana, a confessor of High Dew Pavilion. I may not be able to stand toe-to-toe with the bronze Melodia of the Oak family, but I am more than willing to be Shippei's representative to listen to you and forgive all your sins. If you have any guilt you carry, then speak. Your expression is beautiful but aloof, as if she is keeping everyone at arm's length. You simply cannot muster your courage to tell her your sins, that is, if you actually had any. Well, I did just tear apart a beautiful friendship. For no reason. Of course, speak freely. I'm glad I received them all. Can you really get Shippei to forgive me? Truthfully, I cannot plead with them to stoop down to our level, but I am willing to listen to your words. Most people's mistakes are but trivial and do not warrant the Great One's personal forgiveness. They mostly just lack a listening ear. And many times, ceremony is also an essential part of it. If nothing else, at least I can forgive you on behalf of myself. What's your take on dreams? Dreams, I personally have no qualms against them, but one cannot avoid the effects of certain negative emotions after listening to so many confessions. Even within the family, there are many who bear resentment towards the chaos in the dreams, and this problem won't be resolved anytime soon. Some say that this madness has caused by the family's neglect. But we can't mete out punishment that is too severe on the guests. The worst we can do is prevent them from entering the dreams again. But what other better solution is there? Are we supposed to sacrifice our goal of pursuing happiness and harmony, all for the so-called peace? I don't think it was a good idea. There should be no suppression in Penacony's dreams. If we had to use extreme methods to regulate guests, I'd rather this place remain forever chaotic. I have a sin to confess. Then please elaborate on your previous indiscretion and display your willingness to repent. I regularly make life difficult for trash cans. I've employed clandestine means for rewards. I have consumed the praise of high morals. I have not consumed any, actually. That's a lie. But I do make life difficult for trash cans. I have an unfathomable love for trash cans, having fondled them across the galaxy on many different worlds. I also stole plenty of valuables from inside them. I also once hit a trash can that had arms and legs, stashing their leader thoroughly and flipping it upside down. Even now, there are trash cans that bear great hostility towards me. I hereby confess to you, please forgive my sins. As long as your heart is devoted and you vow never to commit these crimes again, the Great One will grant you forgiveness, on account of you recognizing how misguided you were. When you return, you must remember to treat your companions earnestly, to spread kindness to strangers, then you can atone for your mistakes. The process is complete. I have to say your experiences do paint you in a new light.
Anything I can do for you?
I'm ultimately not a true bronze Melodia. I am unable to fully assuage all the burdens of those who confess. The last time someone came to confession, he said that he was obsessed with the dreamscape, running amok inside it for months. Only when he returned to reality did he discover that his own foster mother at home, far away from him, had passed away from illness, and he had missed the chance to see her for the last time. He was both upset and remorseful, almost to the point where he lost the courage to live, yet I couldn't do anything more for him apart from empty words of comfort. I've seen many such incidents. Compared to sorrow, my heart is more tired. Perhaps this dream was able to take the shape because it can never sever, or it can sever all pains and worries irrelevant of the dream. But who would have guessed that such anguish would not just disappear into thin air? Conclusion of the third round of inspection failed. Okay, I guess there's different rounds? Conclusion of the third round of approval meeting failed. Moved this building 2 meters to the right. The lounge's design should be more refined. This sign should be enlarged a little. $230 stickers, but if we look at all of them, this still has 1 left. This still has 1. This still has 3. This still has 5. 4. There's a lot. No, but like, we're pretty close. Pretty close. But do I get anything? But do I get... Is there an achievement for finishing all of it since I don't get any actual rewards? I do need to offend every Papeshi, though. Witness an old memory from the Shinjo at the History Museum. I was gonna do that, but I forgot. I was going to go to the museum and see if they put the photo in the museum like they showed in the cutscene. And there is an achievement for it. So, they do that. We should go do that. Because I was actually going to do that. There's some weird Winter Soldier's March difficulty 3. There's some weird things here that I gotta do. I don't know if there is an achievement for the finishing everything. I will look it up. I don't know where to look for it. But I was gonna look at this picture and I totally forgot. I wonder where it is. Probably in the back room. Maybe. Possibly. Somewhere. Oh, there it is. A photograph taken 700 years ago depicting the enduring friendship between the Shinjo Alliance and Billabong. People are like a giant tree, closely intertwined and ever-growing. People shape history. History creates heroes. Heroes inspire the future, and the future brings forth new people. Since the days of old, death has spared whose soul, yet my loyal heart shall light the history's tome. Nice. Alright, is there an actual reward or anything for like going above and beyond? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't see any mention of an achievement or anything for it. That's battle. That one's complete. That one's complete. That's a bunch of random stuff. Alright, well, first of all, we helped, we helped 4, and then we didn't actually go back to offend him.
Let
let me stay
should do
here
that.
a little longer.
Because I'm not
in
sure
this
how many
body.
more people there are to do that for that. But there's at least him.
I want to sleep and wake up in a dream.
I don't hate you until you finished helping me gather inspiration. Didn't I help you though?
I want to sleep and wake up in a dream.
Come on, dude. Didn't I help you do that?
I want to sleep and wake up in a dream. I want to sleep and wake up in a dream.
Maybe that's just the most he does. I don't know. Oh snap, he gave me a recipe.
Mean to me.
He gave me a recipe for that? Dang, okay. And then, I don't know if I talked to this, but Bashi. Try his
We're seeing a
Fluff
lot
ball.
more VIPs than usual today.
Hendrik. You seem new in town. Would you like to take a look at this great item I have on? That I own? Sure. Right, I think you've never heard of me. I'm Hendrik, the Mobile Knight. Let me tell you something about myself. I'm the luckiest and strongest Pepeshi in the family. I have a high-tech combat mech bestowed by the Great One. Look at the black cannon on its right shoulder. The retractable energy blade on its left arm and the dual thrusters on its back. I bet you can tell it's an elite armor. That's awesome. Told you. Wait, this isn't right. Normally, only kinsmen can see it glow. Why did you fake your excitement when you can't see anything? Can I touch your fluff ball? Hey, my armor comes with a counter-attacking electronic current. Be careful on where your fingers might get burned off. All right. How many more Pepeshi are there? How to offend every Pepeshi. All the Pepeshi required for the achievement are located in Golden Hour. Ah. Interesting. I thought it was like every Pepeshi in the whole game. It's only the ones in Golden Hour. Well, that makes this easier. But which ones haven't I done? I did. I've definitely done 4. Five and 6. Have I done 5 and 6? I should have. I mean, I definitely talked in the singlet before.
Pretty.
Where's the other one? Emmerich. Did we talk to this guy? What are you doing? Don't distract me. I'm in the middle of a serious commercialization strategy. Hey, look at you. What are you wearing? Funny, I've rarely seen anyone so plainly dressed. Golden hour. Oh well. Those are those guys deliberately trying to look miserable. Oh yes. Thanks to your sudden appearance, I just came with a brilliant idea. It's called Beggar's Life Simulation. Boy, this idea will be hit. Do I really look that bad? Come on, mister. Take a good look at how everyone around you dresses up. You stick out like a sore thumb in this city. That being said, don't be afraid, my friend. Being a maverick is a rare quality in this part of the world. I know it's not easy to stay true to yourself. Why don't you stick to your own path and continue being a poor lad that no one cares about? I promise you, that'll be the most fun for everyone. I don't like the way you talk to me. See? Can't handle the truth, huh? Who on earth are you? Well, you better remember my name, lad. I'm Emmerich, an inventor. I'm not one of those rare third-rate inventors who tinker in their huts. No, at least a third of all the wonders you're seeing in this city were invented by yours truly. What a shame. I blame my lack of awareness on rights when I first came here, letting others steal all my splendid ideas. Word of the wise. If you have a great idea that pops into your head one day, don't be in a hurry to tell anyone about it. Think about its potential business value so that those empty-headed scoundrels wouldn't take it away from you. I've got things to do, so I don't have time for chatter. Just go into any store and get yourself a decent outfit, will you? Can I touch your fluff ball? Huh? Did I hear it wrong? Can I pull out all that gray hair on your head? That way you'll have a pure and pristine bald head that exudes charm. Of course not. Rude. Okay. That's them. So... I'm really surprised that I'm missing someone in Golden Hour, to be honest. I feel like I talked to all the Pepeshi, except for that guy. Who am I missing? Guess we'll just keep going until we get it. Uma.
Oh,
Hey, Uma.
it's the news after all.
Don't tell me you're trying to do something rude. Fluff balls are very personal things. Yeah, we've already talked to her. And there's two in Aideen Park. One of them we've definitely talked to. It's our good friend, Mr. Piggy Bank.
Come and see my collection.
Ooh, let's just touch his fluff ball. And then Flora, who I don't think we've talked to Flora. Maybe that she's the last one. This is simply too much. Seriously, please grant these artists some empathy. Oh, great one. What's wrong? Oh, thank you for your concern, dear guest. I've been having some trouble with my work. Wait, you seem promising. Have you ever thought about getting into the entertainment industry? I'm already a cosmic superstar. Sorry, I didn't realize that there were stars in the universe I haven't heard of. Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm Flora, an agent working for the Iris family. Specifically, I'm a celebrity agent. My job is to train and manage artists for the family, helping them shine like diamonds in the spotlight and spread the message of harmony. But artists nowadays are too spoiled. A kid named Poppet demanded the termination of his contract with the Iris family, whining about how we're holding him back from his full potential. Can you believe the audacity? If it weren't for the Iris family, he'd still be out there handing out flyers in front of Clock Studios theme park. Forget about that drama. We'll just let them leave to find someone else. The Iris family needs fresh blood, people who are reliable and grateful. Can I touch your fluff ball? My fluff ball? You got a great sense of humor, dear guest. But humor has its time and place. Even if you're not a public figure, you should watch your actions. Because you never know when you might become a star, and once you become a star, you never know what shady stuff from your past might come back to haunt you. Just imagine, you're the epitome of your life, being the center of the universe's attention, and then a Pepeshi lady suddenly reveals a scandal from your past. Overnight, all the praise would turn into criticism. It wouldn't be an easy pill to swallow. I've seen it happen countless times in the industry, so be careful. And there it is. Yeah, every puffball in Golden Hour. I thought it was more grand than that. But at least we got it. And what a perfect place to end it there. We'll probably work on Shinjo's stuff next. Although there are potentially conversations that could give us more items. There doesn't seem to be any further rewards for trying to finish the pass. Unless you really like stickers, which isn't enough for me to try and be a total completionist in that regard. We got the rewards. anything more than that, my enthusiasm has waned now. But there are some quests on Shinjo, people to talk to. So it might be worth it to check out. Assuming I can go live tomorrow. Find out. It'll be a surprise. But other than that, thank you all for watching. And until we meet again, may the sands of time treat you well.